Ready.
All right, cool. We're live then. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the party's Shadowrun New Atlantis game, where I grab random people and throw them into the universe of Shadowrun. Almost every time it's the same people, but that's entirely just a coincidence. Yeah. So, who are you people? Let's start around with Monk. Who are you?
Hello,
Who are you
guys.
playing as?
Psychotic Monk here. I'm playing a troll bruiser known as Knuckles, which we had quite a few good experiences the last couple times I've played. But other than that, I'm just looking forward to see what kind of trouble I can cause tonight.
And Nerdy.
Hey, Nerdy Teddy Bear. Tonight I am playing Star, the cat burglar. There's a reason they laugh every time. It's
Star
quite
and her explosive entrances.
I expect that to happen to Knuckles, not a person of that quality. Go ahead, continue.
I was gonna say it's quite fun that we played enough games now that we have in-joke.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's an elf cat burglar. Yeah. And then we have Silverstorm.
And I'm playing Valkyrie, a elf sniper. Yeah, pretty simple.
That is all you need to know.
That is
about
all you need to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because anything else you know will get you a shot.
Most likely.
All right, Capjack.
Everyone, I am Capjack, and I am playing my namesake, Capjack, in this game, who is a orc. I'm not even really sure what he is anymore. He's a street samurai, fixer. Good at what he does. He's a face. Yeah, he's the face.
The samurai is a new part that I hadn't heard you mention before.
Well, yeah, street samurai chama.
It's the term in Shadowrun that means like nothing. It's combat person who has enhanced themselves in any way whatsoever. So
It's a throwaway term.
It describes a person who has a backup plan, which is a gun.
Yeah.
Or sharp things.
Yeah, or sharp things or punching or
sharp
something.
things, yeah.
Yeah. So like
Some of us don't even know how to use a gun.
That's true.
Click, 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 click. What's this do?
I mean, technically, I think Knuckles could be classified as a street samurai.
Oh yeah, he
That's
is.
what
Oh yeah, most
That's what,
definitely.
that's what I was fixing to say. Knuckles with a title.
Yep.
Crunch!
Yeah.
Ugh.
All right. So, where were Star and Valkyrie when we left off? Because they were the last connection that we had in this kind of through line of a jumbled story that we've got going. Where were you two
We
at?
went to go get information on the job.
Mm-hmm.
I think after that, I think we actually ended in the loft.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know we'd been all over because we went to the safe house and the diner, two different diners, but I think we ended in the loft.
All right. So at this point, we're gonna say it is about noonish. I don't know if that conjoins correctly with the time at which we ended the last session, but we're gonna say it's about noonish. Capjack re-enters the building in existence, and so does Knuckles. You guys' kind of general sidekick, Slice is not around right now. But Koala is sat on her bed, the human guitarist, just plucking away at her guitar, kind of very, very tired, just laying on her back, strumming just gently. So the four of you are there, Valkyrie and Star are still got a bit of adrenaline running through their veins from the last thing they've done. Not that they weren't in the heat of battle, but it was kind of exciting.
Quick question, Koala. Is that a new addition to the
Oh wow, have you not met Koala yet?
No.
Oh.
The last time Knuckles was around is when I beat you to a pulp and took you to
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember that.
So what we should do then is have this be the conversation that Valkyrie and Star walk in on. Why don't you guys start that?
So sitting in the chair with, of course, my multi bottles of beer, I look over at Capjack. So, have you recovered fully from the beating from the Black Mask situation?
Oh yeah, it went great. Feeling fantastic now. Owls are really hurt. But yeah, we actually did a run with them right afterwards. They're fantastic runners. Oh my god. I wish you'd been here for it. You would have loved it. We more or less had to sit back and enjoy ourselves. Wasn't so bad. Lots of planning. Lots of planning.
Sounds like it may have been some.
Koala yet?
I turn around and look to see who he's pointing at and listen to the music apparently that she's playing.
Yeah, it's not really music. It's more just dung, dung, dung. Like she's just just feeling the guitar rather than playing it.
Okay. Well, while she's doing that there, I just pop a top of a beer over and it says, "Here, hold this instead of that, unless you're going to play some music."
She kind of realizes that you're talking to her and like slides the guitar off, takes it without thinking, and then her kind of instincts of backing away from the large scary person kick in, and she like slides herself on her bed against the wall and just is sat there kind of frozen.
I
Nah,
reach out,
Koala. It's alright. This is Knuckles. He's good.
I reach my beer down toward her, like to do the toast, the tapping of the tops with each other, to kind of reach down there and just offer it to her as a way of introduction.
She like is slow on the uptake of what you're doing for just a second, and then realizes what she's doing and just rushes into it and just clink. Oh, sorry.
No, not a problem. Now it's time to chug it.
Oh.
Isn't that? Oh, okay.
And I sit there and I just drink it all the way down. And this is a normal beer. It's not a troll beer. So
I was gonna say,
Good,
is
good.
that hug? That's going to be painful.
Yeah.
no,
She sips it.
I only do that with the doc because it's funny to watch him drink it.
Yeah, no, she sips it. She's definitely not following your pace. But she
Okay.
lightly waves. Hi. I'm he was kind enough to let me stay here.
Who is
Wow.
he?
She like points towards Capjack.
So this one here's for you to take care of, then I see.
I mean, I like good musicians. What can I say?
Hopefully she learns to play more than just those few strings, unless you're actually tuning your instrument there.
She's a fantastic artist, actually.
Well,
You should have heard her the very first night we met.
I kind of back up a few steps to give her some room and grab a chair, sit down, and sit right in front of her, staring at her. All right, let's the show begin.
Oh, okay.
You know, walk in.
Yeah, so
And I
she
thought I was mean.
yeah, so she'll
And
have
then go upstairs.
scooted up, set the beer on the floor, and pulled it out. Just begun to strum as Valkyrie and Star enter in the building. Valkyrie apparently listening through the door for the past like 2 minutes.
Oh yeah.
So I'll just sit
Teaching
there.
my sister how to do her job.
What the hell did I miss?
Good that you're both here. We need to talk. Prefer it might be better for her if she doesn't hear.
Oh, okay, I can leave. And she grabs her guitar, puts it in its case real fast, and rushes outside.
Well,
See you later.
since she left her beer, I reached down, grab her beer, and start drinking it since mine's empty.
Bye. Nice to meet you. And closes the door.
So, you sound serious?
So, Allie heard about the last job, how well everything. She's offered us something. She needs
You guys
help.
keep talking. I gotta go do something real fast.
Okay.
But it's dangerous. It deals within Simon's organization. She's worried that a group called the Pikers are skimming money, using it to buy weapons. We met with the accountant. I don't have all the information. He'll give it to us if we decide to take this job. All we need to do is confirm.
That it's actually happening.
Yeah, just confirm.
But
we just
can't just break down the doors and start interrogating people. We have to be quiet about it and make sure they don't know that that's what we're looking into. Otherwise, they're probably going to scrub everything and we won't get anywhere.
yes, we just need to confirm a few serial numbers, and the accountant would have everything he needs to take it to Simon. But until then, it's extremely dangerous. And when we say quiet, I mean, as in, it'd just be us doing this. We wouldn't want to risk reaching out to too many people, including Allie, to keep it quiet. I'm not sure, but we may have been... The accountant may have been followed when we went to originally meet with him, so we had to take him to a second location.
Do we know where this group of men, women hang out at?
I think we got that.
Anyone who wants to could roll underworld or gangs or anything of that kind, at a +3, because this is a very local and not a hidden organization. So pick one of those and
+3.
yeah, hold
don't have
up your hands and indicate how many hits you got. So I can 3, wonderful. That's a very good roll.
My area knowledge skills are just New Atlantis bars and clubs, and that's it.
Okay, that wouldn't necessarily.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't.
That's reaching too much, I think.
One hit.
1 hit for Star. Anything for Valkyrie?
When I restarted my computer, I forgot to open up Shummer.
Okay, we'll just move forward because Capjack's 3 is plenty. The Pikers are, they're one of the main organizations that support Simon's operations. His operations, so the gangs, the major gangs, like, the Russians, the Mafia and such, they are independent from him. What's that, Valkyrie?
For Underworld, my special is for hit targets.
That
I
wouldn't
was
that wouldn't
wondering
apply.
if there was any for. I was wanting to double check if there was any marks on the Pikers.
No, certainly not.
Hell no.
So the Russians, the Irish, the Mafia, those are independent factions from Simon, but in kind of practice, he is in charge of them, but they're still independent. The Pikers, as well as a couple other smaller organizations, are actually under him. They are a part of his gang, and they are these little subdivision factions within his organization. So the Pikers are in charge primarily of outfitting his security forces.
Okay.
So all of his sort of official, not official guards and small paramilitary forces that he uses to enforce his will on the Undercommon and other places are outfitted and sometimes even trained by the Pikers.
Okay.
So these people are unless specifically turned in to Simon, they're untouchable.
And this accountant is sure of this. I mean,
Yeah.
like, ironclad sure.
Yes, he was
Sure.
convincing enough to me and to Ali to reach out. He's Simon's personal accountant. He had the data, which when he noted just after he noticed the numbers, he noticed that somebody went into the system and didn't fix the numbers. They removed them from the log.
Oh.
And there wasn't any way to tell, like, any stamp that would have been left behind by an average hacker wasn't there. So, whatever it is, it's good.
Well, I will have to follow y'all's lead in this here because my first instinct would be to find the weakest individual, snatch them off the street, and beat it out of them. But that sounds
Did we
like
die?
That might be a little too loud.
Oh no, Viva die.
Yeah.
Discord. Hang on 1 second. Discord needs to figure itself out again.
Yeah, no, Viva
There
die.
you
Simon would string us up and gut us. So no, that would be a terrible idea.
unless you gave him the information he needed, and it sounds like that's what we got to get.
Yeah,
But we have to get it without getting caught.
And even more curious, if we took one of the men the pikers could notice, and they themselves could just take us out and say whatever they wanted, and
Yeah,
this calls for finesse.
Capjack, you would know for sure that in any, unless you have ironclad proof, which is why the accountant hasn't done anything. Unless you have ironclad proof, he's going to take the piker's word for it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there is no way in hell that
Oh my gosh.
Discord!
Are you kidding me right now? What's going on? I'm sorry, everybody. I don't know why my computer is suddenly being very angry at Discord. My apologies.
sorry.
Okay. Right. So, yeah, no, this is a terrible idea.
I haven't committed to anything. I knew it was dangerous, or I know it's extremely dangerous. I figured I'd propose it to the group before I told them we'd do it.
Well, my first instinct is if it's this dangerous and it could cross Simon, and we know better to cross Simon, I say we pass it off to some other smucks to let them handle it.
I am of a
I
couple
mean, we're
minds
not
of
really
this.
set up for this kind of job anyway.
That's kind of my problem. I don't know the Junker event too, and we haven't seen Hammerdown in a while. If we had either of them, we could probably do this because we could,
Probably
follow the
easier.
trail and things like that. But that, if we can't bring in someone else, if we can't get Blinky.
I mean,
And
I
then-
could try Blinky, but still, if we don't get anywhere with it,
Or they find out he's looking into it. It could be
Mhm.
bad.
If we did this, Simon is in our debt at that point, and that is unbelievable.
That's the thing that would, if we did it and did it successfully, definitely reshape our relationship with Simon.
Yeah. But unless we 100% do this perfectly, they're dead. Just end of discussion, they're dead.
I should mention that it doesn't come without reward. It was 5,000 per person, correct?
Yeah.
That the accountant said.
It was starting 5,000, and it would change. That was the base amount, and it would change depending on how deep it went.
That's right. Starting pay would be 5,000 per person. Could be more depending how big it goes.
Also, they don't even know how deep. Oh hell. We have two choices. If they're setting up a war against Simon, they're setting up a war against Simon. Once they know what they're getting into, and they position themselves such that they think they can do it. That's terrifying.
Here's another scheme that I've pulled off before. How about we find those that don't like the Pikes and want to try to usurp their position and push them in the direction and let them do the heavy lifting, and then we clean up the mess and be the saviors.
You know what? Let me pull up a quick video I have here, and he's going to pull up a string of videos of people that have crossed the Pikers.
Why don't you roll me a... Okay, so roll data search at a +4 because this is purposely advertised. They want people to find this when they... 3 hits. Yes, so it is a long list published under the Pikers' official name on the Matrix, listing out people primarily. What they're famous for is people being found about a few days to a couple weeks after they're dead, attached to boat anchors, having been started in New Atlantis, and they are found when they get to where they're going. So they're found in New York and England and stuff.
When you show me these videos, the typical reaction would be a kind of a cringe type situation, but Knuckles kind of go, I've seen just as bad.
It's
Right.
more scaring than the method is the number. It's a lot of people, and it's because they are not afraid of Simon, because he's on their side. They're able to indiscriminately take out nearly anyone.
Well, then this definitely poses.
If they're selling on the side, it could be a simple job. But what worries me is that they could be stockpiling weapons for themselves.
No, they've got to be buying
That's
them
the
from
problem.
somebody.
Yeah. They also could be buying them on Simon's books, which would not be unusual. And disappearing them, which is what it sounds like they're doing, is the next step. And if only one person has noticed that, well, it's a matter of time before they figure that out. And 2, I mean, they obviously think they can take on Simon. That's a problem. Are we prepared? I mean, we will die if we fail. I can think of one person we could possibly bring in that might tip the balance for this.
And that might be.
Let me try and contact my business partner.
No.
No.
Anyone but him, please.
5,000 Nuyans. You couldn't swallow that hatred for 5,000 Nuyans?
Hell no! That's nothing.
No,
I don't
I'm
care
looking,
about Siluan. I care about living.
no, I'm
No,
talking
he's talking to me, and I'm
to-
thinking.
to Valkyrie for her dislike of your partner.
Here's the problem, because it starts that way, and then he gets what he wants, and then we're in trouble.
What does he want? Do we know
Oh,
what he wants
that's
yet?
the dangerous part.
That's the problem. We don't know.
If we could
Well, we
find
don't
out,
know what the
I'd feel a bit
Pikers want
safer
either.
about this.
Is it worth getting on Simon's really good side?
Here's the thing. He
I
might be
don't-
the only person in New Atlantis that can safely get us extra information at the very least.
Or that's who's doing this and we're going to die. It's
You
kind
know
of a
what?
50-50, I think.
You know what? I can't be very involved in this. If you guys get caught, I don't want to be attached to this. So, you hire me when you need someone dead. Okay?
Interesting.
Knuckles.
Well, how do we know you're not going to turn us in? Let's be honest.
Why would I?
Why wouldn't you?
I mean,
5,000 million?
where am I gonna go with this? Am I gonna go talk to Simon and say, "Hey, this is what's happening"?
No, you talk to the Pikers.
I don't like people. Why would I go talk to people who aren't nice?
Well,
Capjack swallows his initial response.
Sorry, I'm not good with words. What I meant to say was,
Oh no, it was
why would I
perfect.
talk to
It was perfect in character.
why would I talk to somebody who's gonna shoot first?
isn't that what you do when you get that little thing on your phone?
Yes. That's why I don't talk to people like me. That's why we aren't seen together. Because we know better.
I guess the question is, do we want to get involved in like real top level shit?
Mm-hmm.
Or do we want to just let it ride?
I hate to, since we all have a healthy fear of living or dying, then I say we go ahead and let this slide to those that are willing to take the bullet, because sounds like Valkyrie there doesn't want to participate unless she gets paid and at the last minute, and it sounds like we just might be out of our league on this one for the moment.
I'm saying that if you guys want to do this, that's fine. It's just I don't feel comfortable with the amount of heat that we're working with. You guys can do it without me, and I'm okay with that.
Well, what she is really trying to say, everybody, is that if she doesn't get to kill anybody, she is not too concerned about
I mean, in
She's
the event
always
this all
someone.
goes pear-shaped, for Simon, I mean, the families will still exist. It will just be a new Simon at the top of the pile. Yeah.
Do
I don't
As long
know,
as the
though.
sleepovers at.
so? Does Capjack want to attempt to make contact before proceeding, or you gonna just cut that whole line of questioning?
All of a sudden, Knuckles just gets this look on his face and just kind of leans forward in his chair and everything. With what Capjack just said, there could be a new king on the hill. How about we just grab this little B accountant who stuck his nose too far somewhere by the back of the scruff and hand him over to the Pikes and come in good
No.
with them?
No. Okay, I don't like picking sides, but I'm gonna pick a side.
Yeah, I
I-
don't think that's a good idea either. You don't want to be putting your...
Why not?
Look,
I mean, seriously, why not?
Simon
If you find
is
the mole,
smart. The way he's set up this place is smart. It works, and it doesn't get in too much of anybody's way. If we have someone, say like you, Capjack, on the top, how do you think that would turn out. There'd be chaos everywhere and
I
people
don't want to be
dying.
on top. I know that I do.
Yes, but imagine someone of your caliber, maybe a little bit better, calling the shots. You wouldn't feel safe with that, would you? You wouldn't like that.
I think I'm insulted, but
My thoughts are, if I may, we all have chose this life. We're on the run. We do things behind the scene and so forth. If we see something about to topple, why be at the bottom of it when we have the potential of being at the top?
But either way, we could be at the top. If we either horse we back, we could be at the top. But if we back Simon and we are successful, there's a better chance that horse wins the race. But if we bring the accountant to the pikers and back that horse, they could still lose.
Don't we win either way? Because
No.
right now,
No,
if we're
the
discovered,
moment that we choose a side here, we are locked in.
yeah, we die.
If we choose no side, we're just runners, and that's fine.
Yeah,
Everything, the
But we
big
will
things
have
happen
to-
with the big things, and who cares?
We will have to live with the consequence that maybe we might have to move again.
I wouldn't like that much.
but,
But how long has Simon been in power?
It's not been recorded because there was no point at which it was declared, I am now king of the Undercommon. It's just, he's always been there, and he wasn't always this powerful, but he's been this powerful for a long time. It was just kind of a slow fade into power of all of a sudden everyone realized, oh, hey, we're in like an organized city. It's not chaos between several dozen gangs fighting anymore. Now it's organized to the big important players. And it just kind of faded from chaos to this sort of civility.
well, I'm good either way. You've heard my vote, my opinion on stuff. If you think there's a way for us to come out on top with Simon, I'm willing to give that a try. If you think there's a way we can come out with Pikes, you know where my stand is. I'll go grab that little accountant and drag him right to him and throw him on the
He's
floor.
not
right
little.
yeah, no, he's not little.
He's not little.
You troll.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh. Well, I'll just pay Valkyrie to shoot his kneecaps out for me.
You're a troll as well.
Well, no, he is a troll, but he is also an accountant. He's definitely, I'm sure, not as strong as Knuckles, a person who's put a lot of time into being always the strongest person around. So, yeah.
So,
All right.
well,
So, what's your vote?
You talking to me?
No,
Or
Star.
Star? Okay.
I'm torn. I have reasons to do this for Simon, but I also see the value in not taking a side. Living being that value. So I think if we're too unsure, we back out. We don't pick a side. If we want more information, perhaps we do reach out to Mr. P and see if he can help us in any way. But otherwise, if we're too unsure, I say we just walk away from it.
Yeah, I as the GM like to point out that speaking with Mr. P doesn't commit you to any side yet, at least. You have to deal with whatever demands he might make, but that's an entirely separate issue to taking sides on this. Another thing is anything that happens, if you guys decide to pull out of all this and take no sides or whatever happens, it'll take time and there'll be eventual consequences to it, but you guys will be given several chances to take your stab at it however you want to, and sometimes waiting for a situation to simmer down sometimes is the best option. So don't feel like you have to jump on something immediately. Just
No.
take things
Yeah,
as it's come and don't worry about it too much. I'm going to do my best to not jab you guys, do kind of a gotcha for not having predicted the future.
Right.
I think I vote that we leave this alone.
Right. If we're unsure enough, that yeah, I'd want to leave it alone too, honestly.
Sounds good. Beer.
Something we can do is we can start gathering information that we could use later, though. And information, allies, things of that nature in case we need to use them later, which we've been very good at so far, so why break the streak?
How about bullets? How does anyone feel about bullets?
As long as they're not going into me, they're great.
Well, we'd have them. We'd use them.
I haven't heard back on that, have we?
Nope, not yet.
Soon is the last thing I heard.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, have a did you all go and see what was her name? I need to get all my notes together.
Oh, Queen Anne? Yes, we
Yeah.
we already did that. You still have
Oh,
to take
yes.
your bike over there.
Yeah, in fact, I'm gonna go do that real quick and I guess think about things. Do we have any other leads?
Did y'all ever find the briefcase?
Oh yeah, we.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah,
that's-
yeah.
That's been happening for a while. That's all good.
Okay.
That is interesting.
Wasn't there something about equipment on a boat?
Not talking
Yeah.
about that right now.
But if Valkyrie's not talking about that, I can't reveal that.
No. Not right now.
All right, so Capjack heads off to go to see Queen Anne and the Royal Guard. Valkyrie and Star, you guys gonna rest up, or do you have any plans?
No.
No.
One quick question, just so I can get caught up. Where's the kid?
Kid's not
Oh,
here.
the kid
Not
back in
here.
the safe house.
Okay.
Yeah. Kid's not here.
Okay.
I might talk to Blinky, but
All right, so Star, do you have anything you're gonna start working on?
I feel like
I just want to know if there's any way I should change the order that I'm planning on doing all your individual things in.
I think Star wants to go to Simon's palace. Feels like she at least owes letting Allie know that they're not doing this.
Okay. And Knuckles, do you have any plans?
No, I think I'm gonna. The one thing I was thinking about doing, I think I'll pass on it for right this second until we get a little bit further down the storyline.
All right.
But I will go grab a troll beer and head up to the roof and kind of look around and just.
And Valkyrie's just
doing
sat
up
there in
here?
a sleeping bag, just glaring at you, I'm sure. All right,
away.
so
Space.
I'll sit there and turn my flashlight on every time I think her eyes will go.
alright, if you're gonna do that, you might regret that.
all right, so Capjack, you're heading out on your motorcycle to the Buck and Ham Palace biker bar. There you find that there is not nearly as many people as there were last time you came around. There's still some bikers hanging around. There's a dwarf in front who it's pretty obvious is kind of the bouncer sort of right now, kind of unofficial. You can see the metal spikes poking through the shoulder pads on his leather jacket. And he's sat there kind of trying to do the like 6-shooter twirl with a sawed-off shotgun. And
Oh, Chama. And he's like still on he's still on the bike. I was gonna pull this around for Danny. Is he here?
yeah, round back.
All right, thank you. I'm just gonna pull around back.
Coming around back, you would see that Queen Anne is there. She's underneath a kind of armored up looking pickup truck that has armor coming up above the bed. So if someone were standing in the bed of the truck, these plates of armor might come about to their chest. And she's underneath it working on it. And you see Danny is currently sat cross-legged and is doing decal details on the rear bumper of it.
Okay, guess he'll pull in. He doesn't want to like interrupt Danny if he's like in the middle of doing something.
Yes, you see him there for a bit, and after a while he stops. He's getting tired of the fumes of paint and stuff, and stands up. Hi there.
Hey, Danny, how are you?
I've got the piece for my bike.
Yeah, I'm so glad we were able to get it back for you.
You want to see it?
Oh, I really do.
Over here. And he pulls you over. You see a motorized trike. So 2 wheels in the back and a single in the front. And you see that the chrome skull that the party got for him is set centerpiece with the sharp fang teeth coming over, obscuring just the top bit of the headlight so that it kind of silhouettes when he turns the headlight on. It helped me a lot.
Looks really good there too.
Yeah. You want to hear it?
Oh, hell yeah.
And he gets on, turns it on, and then revs the engine. You hear first just the doom, 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 but then it gets higher and higher to the point where this doesn't sound like it should and begins to actually scream. Like you hear the of something inside spinning around in the engine. You see a glow, but not like a heat glow, but like a yellow, like almost like sunlight glow from inside the engine.
Holy shit. This is amazing.
So you want me to do that? For you?
Hell yes, that sounds fantastic. What is that?
It's a spirit.
Oh. You can do that.
I have a friend. His combustion and smog.
Would Capjack have any idea what that means?
I assume you don't have any knowledge like magic traditions or anything, right?
Nothing.
Yeah, no. Like as far as
Okay,
like
cool.
you're obviously aware magic exists and there's magic stuff and there are people who know how to do stuff with spirits. But like as far as you're aware, that's like voodoo stuff and
Yeah.
like
That's like mage stuff.
yeah, it's mage stuff. Like it and it sounds very. It doesn't sound like a machine thing.
Yeah.
Like because I imagine what pops into your head is the stereotypical like wizard summoner sort of thing, and not this guy.
Not nearly enough stars and moons. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that sounds great. I have no idea how this works, but I'm interested to learn.
Okay, open the gas tank.
Okay. Open the gas tank.
And you see he goes over and grabs a couple things. You see he takes just a bit of like motor oil and sticks it into his hand, just a couple drops, and then he scratches himself a tiny bit, mixing a tiny bit of his blood in with the oil, and then reaches over into like a little like bit like tin and pulls out some blue powder of some kind and smears it all together into kind of a paste and then flicks it down into your engine or into the fuel tank, closes it. Run it.
Okay. He gets on the bike and cranks it up.
So as it begins to rev, it begins to do what happens when you put oil in a fuel tank, which is it starts to choke a tiny bit and smoke up a lot. You see black smoke pouring out through the exhaust, and he just reaches his hand into it, and instead of naturally flowing just straight out, it begins to coalesce and gather in his hands, and he grips it, and the exhaust begins to run clean again, and he's just got all of this black smog gathered up in his hands, and is kind of pawing at it like it's like clay or something, just floating in his hands, and then turns it, holding it almost like a baseball towards you, and you see splits cutting through space, forming a jagged pair of eyes and a jagged smiling mouth, burning. They look like you're looking into an inferno inside of those jagged spaces.
Impressive.
Holy shit. Hi there.
What do you want to call him? And he sets it down on the engine of your vehicle, and it kind of morphs and fades into the engine, and you feel and hear the engine rev, like, you know, because now it's just idling on its own. You hear it change, and kind of you can feel the life, the heartbeat of the engine idling as you breathe in. It revs up slightly, and as you breathe out, it slows down.
Let's see. You see,
You can.
you know what? There's an old cartoon that I saw. I'll name you Curry.
Did you say Curly?
Curry,
Curry. Okay.
as
Like
in
the
Tim
food.
Curry.
He would take care of you, and he's good at messing up other people on the road.
Nice.
So
Okay.
functionally, he has the critter power of accident, which where he rolls dice equal to his spirit rating, and can cause random chance misfortune if he gets enough hits.
Oh, that's nasty.
So he rolls, and people would roll their edge to defend against it. And if he gets enough hits, he can cause a vehicle to just suddenly stall, or for electricals to go weird, or just random stuff, or for a pedestrian to walk out in the way, or something.
Curry, question. Do we talk? Can we? I don't know how this works.
I don't think you can.
This is him like thinking out loud.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think you can hear him.
Oh, okay. So there's a times that I'm not in the bike. Would he like to come around with me? Is that possible?
He'll stay in the bike.
Okay.
He'll keep
Well,
it
it's-
safe, too. No one's
good.
stealing it.
Yeah.
Nice.
I wouldn't think so. Right. Well, thank you, Danny. Thank you for introducing me to Curry.
And he kind of pats himself and pulls out of his leather jacket. He pulls out a like kind of baby pink piece of paper. This is for you.
Thank you. Takes the paper.
It says you are invited to Danny's birthday party on Saturday.
I'm not ghosting him, I swear. Oh, yeah, I would love to be there for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Thank you. And he gives you a hug.
Hug back.
Being a bit stronger than he looks, kind of picking you up off the ground a tiny bit, setting you down. Thank you. I'm going to go help Mom.
Okay.
And he heads over and sits down again, begins to continue the decal on the truck.
I think he would go over there and is Queen Anne busy at the moment?
She's
still?
underneath the vehicle, but she'll talk if you want.
Okay. He would like lean over there and Your Majesty.
Hi.
Hi. I'm glad we were able to get the job done for you.
Yes, good job. It's perked his spirits up a lot. I'm very glad that we were able to get it before Saturday.
Oh yeah, I'm interested to I can't wait to be at the party.
Yeah, we'll meet up here when it started, and then we'll head off to the location.
Excellent. He's a really good kid. You're very lucky to have him.
I am. And she like looks down to make sure he can't hear. You be careful with him. He's my kid. You be very careful with him.
Absolutely. Like I said, he's a good kid. I like him a lot.
All right. Yeah. Anytime you guys need more work, you let me know. I always got stuff that I can use runners for. And as well, if you got any kind of work you need us for, you also let me know.
Definitely. Actually, we are between jobs at the moment. Do you happen to have anything available?
I've got a little bit. I've been handed some stuff that requires a bit of a finer touch than some of my boys have.
That tend to be mostly good at finer touches.
Well, I mean,
Mostly.
more than anything, we just don't know how to approach any location with any amount of quietness.
Oh, yeah. Okay, what do you
We
need?
purposely take the mufflers off of our vehicles. So,
Yeah.
all right, here, go into the bar. I'll meet you in a second.
I
So,
And we'll jump off to someone else in the meantime.
okay. While I'm sitting up there on the roof and everything, I look over at Valkyrie. If she's sitting there trying to sleep and everything, I'll look at her. It's like, and all of a sudden, just have that look of ideal on my face, and just walk over the staircase, walk down. What are you doing, Star?
Oh, I left.
You left. Okay. I walk over to my stuff, go digging through stuff. I walk out the door and I head towards Scabs.
Okay, as you're opening the door, Koala is like opening the door at the same time. Excuse me, and steps back to let you through.
I grab her, pick her up, turn around, set her down behind me, close the door between me and her, and go down the stairs.
All right.
I'm
She's
gonna
gonna be
watch
totally. Yeah, she's gonna be
with
totally
my scope.
petrified. Watch me.
Yeah.
I got that feeling of
And I'm
that
gonna
scope.
just line it up, but not shoot.
Yeah, there's
I-
that.
Whole way that you go.
Yep. I head to Scabs real fast.
All right. So we'll jump over and continue with Knuckles and get his bit done. You're heading over to Scabs. You are redirected to his new place because he has moved out of the little apartment he was at, and he's moved into a place that most certainly used to be some kind of butcher shop, but not like a butchery like storefront. There's no storefront to it. It's more like a place where they process and pack it.
Okay.
In the back, he's set up 3 operating tables, and he's got coolers everywhere and pretty much the same setup, but he's starting to get more equipment now that he has the room for it. and stuff's looking actually a lot nicer. He has a like plastic folding table set up and actually has a desk, and has some paperwork, he has a tablet in front of him and is reading off of it.
I just when you is it just easy to walk in, or is there anything I think that's...
Yeah, walking up to it, it's got like a pull door that looks a bit bulky, a bit tougher, definitely tougher than his previous thing, but it's not locked or anything, so you can just walk in.
I walk in, and as I walk in, and if he's got his attention down on something, I'll clear my throat very deeply.
Hey, hello.
How you doing, Scabs?
Doing good.
Need your help real fast.
What can I do for you?
Where's Alfred?
Oh, I think he set himself up in a more permanent abode. I think he's moved out of with the Irish.
Yeah, because last I heard, the Irish had him tucked away somewhere. Nobody could get to him unless they go through the Irish.
Yeah, you still have to talk to them. They're still the people to know, but I think he's out of their hands now. You know what? I can call him, see if I can get an address.
If you would, please.
He's super paranoid though, so we'll see how this goes.
Okay.
He pulls out his comm link. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Where are you at? Where are you living now? No, I'm not at gunpoint. Hey, here. I'll turn the camera on. Hang on. Hang on. How you turn the camera on? On there. Yeah. See. It's all good. It's just him. See. Nobody's around.
When he shows it on me and everything, I tell him just pause it there. I reach into my coat and pull out the red ticket to show.
Yeah. He's the one asking. Yeah. Oh, now okay. Yeah, he's the one asking. Yeah. Okay. I got an address for you.
All right.
So he gives you an address to a apartment complex, a apartment building towards the inner part of the common. So
Okay.
it would be a place that if you went up to the common would be pretty easy to get to. It wouldn't take very long to get there, but it's a semi nicer place, and it's up in the common, not the undercommon. But you have the address. Scab says, "Don't be handing this out." He's got plenty enough security there, but don't let people know where he's at.
I won't. No, he's done me a favor. Now I'll make sure he stays quiet and safe where he's at.
All right.
So I turn around and just kind of pat him on the back real fast as I'm stepping away and head in the direction I need to go to get to topside.
All right.
And
so you head up there, and while you're on your way there, we'll jump over to Star.
Okay.
So Star, you head to the Coliseum, to Simon's Coliseum.
Yeah, on my way there, I just want to send a message to Allie asking if she has time for like a fun.
Yeah, I'll have lunch in a couple of minutes if you want to meet up.
That works.
There's one of the food court places on the second level of the seating area. I like to have lunch there. I'll meet you there.
Okay.
And when you arrive, you see that she is seated there at one of the just public seating areas, but there's kind of a ring of all of the tables near her are not occupied, or at least the few people that do occupy those those seats are very oblivious of who she is and anything that she might be talking about. But anyone who knows who she is purposefully avoiding learning anything about what she might talk about.
Okay.
Hi there. And she slides over a little paper bowl of nachos.
Oh, thank you. And how is your day going?
It's doing all right, nice and quiet. Haven't had to break up any disturbances or anything. It's been quite uneventful recently, which is very good.
That's good. Things have been uneventful for us as well. Looking things over, but it looks like for now we're going to keep them uneventful.
Okay. All right. Well, no upcoming crisis is on the way, as far as I can tell. This is the Undercommon. Heck, this is the Sixth World. Nothing's ever perfect, but it's something always insidious is always going on in the background. But as far as I can tell, nothing terribly terrible is going on yet. So that's okay. I really do want you to be sure about any help you could offer if you're gonna offer any help. I want you to be 100%. So thank you for your discretion.
Yes, no problem.
Other than that, your standing with the people that matter is pretty good, considering.
That's very good to hear.
You still have yet to interact really with the Russian faction. As far as they're aware, the Yakuza have interacted with you. But, if they don't know about you, that's better than nothing by a very long shot.
Agreed.
Yeah, they better like you or not know that you exist. So, good job.
Thank you.
Is there anything else I can help you with? I do
Not
have
right now.
a half hour.
Well, then perhaps we should get more nachos.
You redid your face. That's nice.
I almost forgot about that.
Oh, yeah, so to clarify for Capjack and Knuckles,
What?
Star had her tattoos redone.
Oh.
So it doesn't look so broken.
Yeah.
Didn't want like the scar hanging out there.
All right. Just checking back with Valkyrie. Nothing going on. Just making sure there's nobody to shoot.
Watching. Yep.
Watching. All right.
Watching and listening. Particularly listening for Koala to see if she's gonna do anything sneaky.
Well, now that no one is in the same room, she's like practicing songs that you've never heard of before. Some of them sound quite terrible at times, and she's like, no, that's bad. And then starts again, tries again. But she's practicing because as far as she knows, no one can hear her.
Okay, well, I'm listening in case she does anything sneaky.
All right.
I'm watching.
Why don't you roll perception then? Auditory, I guess, right? So you're listening through
I'm
the
doing
floor.
both visual and audio, so
So are you peeking your head through the trapdoor?
no.
Then you can't do visual because she's inside and you're on the roof.
Okay, sorry. Misunderstanding.
Yeah, no, she's indoors and
2 hits.
2 hits. She's playing music. It's a bit muffled because you're listening through a ceiling, but yeah. All right.
Nope, I'm watching.
Capjack, did you still have more stuff you're doing? No? Okay, then we'll jump back to Knuckles.
All right. Once I get topside and everything, I'll try to straighten my jacket up so I look a little bit more presentable as I'm walking down the street.
You don't have any weapons on you, do you?
I got my gun under my jacket.
Okay, how large is that?
A troll gun.
Troll gun.
It's a revolver.
Okay, but it's a pistol.
Yes, it's just a
Okay.
standard 6-shot.
That shouldn't be an issue. New Atlantis has essentially no gun law other than if Lone Star thinks you're carrying a weapon that is too big for you, they might tell you so. You know,
Right.
If you're wandering around with an RPG on your shoulder, they might say something.
Yeah,
But they don't.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Ruger Bloodhawk.
Yeah.
And then I just got my knives on me.
Yeah.
So
They're tasked with keeping the peace, and they're allowed to do nearly anything to do that. So,
okay.
so yeah, as long as you don't look super dangerous, any more than just being a troll walking around, then they won't bother you.
Yeah,
and you
nope,
can make
I'm just
it
an
to the
albino troll walking around.
right albino. I forgot that. So you make it to the apartments. It's a more nice place, and it's a place that's not temporary. It's a place where maybe a lawyer or somebody who makes decent money, consistently would live here. This is like a rental apartment, not a here for a couple of weeks apartment sort of thing.
Okay.
Definitely not a hotel.
Well, when I go in, I've got some manners about me, so I'll be courteous of those going in and out and kind of not try to walk over anybody or not become a nuisance, but try to figure out where I got to go inside this building to get to Alfred.
Yeah, you head up to the front door, and at the front door it's got a little so those devices on some apartment buildings where you press the button to buzz up the apartment? You do that, but you have to buzz it with your SIN.
Okay.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't have one of those.
I don't think you do.
No, I don't.
So a SIN is a thing that most Shadowrunners don't have because it's kind of a dangerous thing to have. It puts you in the system. It means you have a social security number and you have a date of birth and a criminal record and everything, and you have all your records. If you don't have one, you don't exist, and that helps so often because it's really hard to convict or catch someone who doesn't exist.
Right.
Or you have just a couple of extra sins lying around.
Yeah. Disposable.
Yeah.
Yes.
There are fake SINs that people can use. They cost a bit of money, but they can totally be gotten.
Okay.
Or you can, because all this does is you buzz it in, then the door. If someone upstairs in one of the apartments says they know the person that just buzzed in, then they let the door unlock.
Okay.
So you see people coming in, every once in a while, snapping their SIN up against that thing, and then the door unlocks, and then they go in.
Okay. Do I see when I'm watching this? Do I see like a person open it up and then somebody else follow them in or something like that?
No, it's purely electronic. They snap it in. The person in the apartment confirms that it's a person they know, and then the door unlocks for like 10 seconds, and then it locks again once it closes.
Okay. So do I have his apartment number for me to actually try to enter the number manually to see if that will still buzz up there even though I don't have a SIN?
Yeah, apartment 14.
Yeah, so I'll enter 14 and follow the instructions other than having the Sims.
All right. Why don't you roll Edge?
Okay. Edge. What is my edge?
Edge, for those people who are not aware, is the quantification of how lucky you are in the Shadowrun world.
3 edges.
That's actually pretty good.
That's nice.
So, bullseye. I have 1 hit.
That's good. Yeah. You type it in, silent for just a second, then it and it unlocks.
I open the door and I walk in like I belong there.
Right on. Why don't you actually roll? Do you have any points in etiquette or con or any of the charisma skills that are
I
not
am-
intimidation?
That is not intimidation. Let's see. Nope.
Nope. All right, why don't you just roll me a d6 and tell me what you get? Just
1d6. Okay. Let's roll. A 6.
okay. So you
Hey.
do decent enough, yeah.
Because I'm not sitting there trying to walk or stare somebody down as I'm walking. I'm just kind of walking through the door, kind of eyeballing where I have to go to either get to an elevator or take some staircases up and just
Yeah, no, yeah. You hop in the elevator, you go up, and open up to. So you find that these are actually quite nice apartments, as the elevator is the doorway into each apartment.
Okay.
Each floor is a one apartment. It's not a particularly like wide building, but it is kind of tall, and so
Okay.
each floor is its own individual apartment.
Okay.
So you
I-
enter in, and you see Archie, the dwarf, in there. Much
Archie
nice.
or Alfred?
Oh, sorry. Am I thinking? It's Alfred. It's Alfred. I'm mistaken. I was thinking the other one. No. So this apartment is much nicer than the place he was with the Irish. That place was kind of nice, but it was mostly keyed towards security. This place has the money to do both.
Okay. Okay. I walk in, I look at him and offer my hand to him. Hello, Alfred. It's good to see you again.
Hi there. Very nice to see you. I think I know what you're here for.
Oh, you do? What am I here for?
Oh, well, I mean, the ticket. I don't know the...
Yes. I reach in, pull it out, and says, I guess you want this back now, huh?
Yes, please.
I can give it to him.
Wonderful.
Okay. So,
What do you need?
all the information you can give me on a group of people called the Pikers.
All right.
Especially what I'm trying to aim at is any excessive amount of maybe private storage that they have set up somewhere for gun, where they've kind of hide things, or something that Simon may not know about.
Ooh, that's a tall ask right there, but
You
you've
didn't
come
give
to
me
the
any
right person.
You didn't give me any stipulations on the ticket.
Nope. That's the whole point. All right. Well, give me an hour. And here, and he gives you his comlink number. Don't be passing this around, please. But you can have my number. Give me about an hour, and I'll start sending information your way.
Okay.
I can make sure that my info is secure, and all that. But if you start handing it around or doing stuff with it, I can't confirm that that'll be safe.
No, this will stay between you and me, and the information I get, I will use as I need to without leading it back to you.
Very well. All right. I can call on you if I'm in a pickle, right? And
Of
he
course.
holds out another ticket, and you'd be up for earning more of these, right?
You may call me whenever you want to, Alfred. I think we have a great relationship started here, and if you just need somebody to watch your back for any type of business, you call me and I will help you.
Wonderful. That's very reassuring to hear.
So, well, I will wait for you to contact me, and
Yes. All right. Thank you.
I turn around and walk out the door.
Yep. Nice and simple, real fast. Yeah. So who is next then? Knuckles just makes his way back to the Undercommon, right?
Yep, I go back. I stop at a place and grab myself a drink while I'm walking away, and drink as after I get in the Undercommons. Have my drink.
Would he notice me watching him as he comes back?
Roll visual perception, please, Knuckles.
Visual. Okay, that is under intelligence.
Intuition.
Visual okay, intuition. Okay.
So who's going to be going next as I do this?
I guess.
Yeah?
Back with Queen Anne.
Okay. Just as soon as I get that perception check, we'll jump over there.
I just got one dice to roll in that.
Never mind then. You cannot get enough
Even with
hits
a-
for that.
Even with a 5?
No, there's
Oh.
there's no way you can get that.
Okay.
As Valkyrie spots you about a mile away through her scope at least.
Yeah.
All right, Capjack, you meet Queen Anne in the bar.
Ah, damn it, I could have used that maybe.
All right, well, something I could use is there's some more stuff that Danny might like. It's
Yeah.
yeah. So he told me that there's some people he gets these sort of flashes of not exactly visions, but something. He gets a sense of things. And
Like the deja vu,
yeah,
I guess.
but the other way around.
Premonitions. That's the word, right?
Yeah, kind of, but
Huh.
it being Danny, it's not very specific. He doesn't give details, but what he did tell me was that there were some people, some bad people, with people who are cooking drugs of some kind, and that they have something that has made a friend, and he was hoping that I could find him. I'm not a PI or anything. We did a little banging around, but we didn't find anything out where he said. But
Quick clarification. The drug part. That's a problem?
he said they
Okay,
were bad
good.
people.
Oh, fair enough. Okay.
Yeah, Danny said they're bad folks. That can mean a
Uh-huh.
lot. So, or that can mean a lot of different things. So, I don't know.
But there is a friend of his with them? I'm
A friend he's never met. So,
so you would want us to find his friends that he's never met and I guess get them to meet.
yeah,
I'm guessing they're in trouble?
I don't know. I think so. I'm not gonna make the mistake of ignoring him anymore. I've done that
No, I mean
in the
he's
past.
he's a brilliant kid.
Yeah. It never turns out well when you ignore his, like, said premonitions. So I don't have the resources to hunt for some people like that, at least while not just kicking in every single door in the neighborhood and trying to steal their stuff. But if you could track them down, they're in the they're bad folks, so I don't know, maybe it means they don't follow the rules as far as territory and stuff. Hopefully that might make it simpler. But he pointed us to the mafia territory.
The Italians.
Yeah.
Okay. That is home field advantage for us. That works. And if they're in the drug business, I could find them pretty easily.
Yeah. So they're kind of in the mafia area. So down in the Undercommon, the territories are really well defined. When you get close to Simon's territory, we know the exact lines where they're drawn.
Mm-hmm.
As you get farther and farther to the edge of the Undercommon, towards literally the edge where you could jump off into the water, things get more blurry.
Yeah.
And so it's more on that end, as far as I could tell, where things are a bit more blurry and the gangs have, the main important gangs have less control. So it could be, hopefully, because I don't want you to be taking off a main gang, but I'd imagine it's probably some kind of squatter up there because it's real easy to do that on the edge of the city.
Fitment could be useful too. What kind of pay are we talking here?
Well, it's real hard to know, because just like you, I've got very few details on this job. So, do you trust me if I say I'll be fair to you?
You've been more than good to us. Actually, yeah, I trust you. That's a rare commodity.
All right. I'll be fair to you. You be fair to me, and I'll be fair to you. You tell me what happened. If it's a walk in the park, you walk up to the first place, knock on the door, and it's handed over. Make it something simple. If it turns out to be a headache, I'll make sure you're compensated.
It works for me.
Yeah.
I would have to talk to my crew and see what we can put together.
Yeah. Yeah. If you could do it before Saturday, that'd be great. But if you can't, that's all right.
What day is this now?
It would be Thursday.
2 days. Okay, cool. A day. All right, that's interesting. Okay. Give me just 1 moment.
Yeah.
He's gonna get on a phone call to Click.
All right, click. Let me roll some dice to see how awake he is. A bit. Hello? Oh, hey.
Oi, Click. Capcheck, how are you?
Doing good?
How's the club?
Good. Very long night last night, but went very well, made some good money.
Excellent. That's good to hear.
I heard again from that inventor kid, the one with the double jacks. He picked up his prototype, took it back home, said he wanted to fiddle on it. Yeah, so he's still around. He hasn't talked to anybody else. So that opportunity's still wide open.
Good.
What do you need?
Vaughn, I'm curious. Do you know where he is located?
What did I say? I think he's hanging around with the Russians, I think. But
Okay, so that's just...
yeah, I think he's paying for an apartment there.
Good to know. I think that's something we should probably start following up on soon. That said, that's not the entire reason for the call. Have you heard anything about a new dealer starting out in the Italian side, kind of farther out? I don't know if they're traditional drugs, if they're... That's the thing, I don't know. I'm trying to find out. They're probably not really... They're probably more squatters than anything.
Okay.
It might be a pop-up lab, something like that.
Okay, I'll take a look. I'm nothing off the top of my head. I know there's like some freaking floppy disk BTL dealer out there, small time or nobody, but I mean, what are you looking for? Because I know that's the only guy I know out there. Real small time stuff.
1 second. Back to Queen Anne. Do you know what kind of drugs they were dealing? Did he see anything specific?
He said it smelled strong, and they were cooking it.
Okay. Back into Click again.
Yep.
Looking for someone that's doing cooking. Real strong smell, maybe even meth. Novel. Interesting. Right, sorry.
Yeah, hang on. Yeah, I'm looking up, texting folks right now. Actually, there's a small crew of beta cooks, out there.
Guessing Capjack would know what that is.
Yeah, beta is beta meth.
Oh.
Um,
Okay. Any kind of word on what they do? Any information about them lately?
So basically, word is don't ever accept when they say they've got a new mix. Wait till they've got it down, because they're some kind of like experimental crap.
Ooh.
Yeah.
God, that's like 101. You get it all set up before you give it to your people, or you don't have people left. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty.
Amateurs.
Yeah. Kind of reckless folk, but apparently something of a whiz with it as well, though. Like
Huh.
whenever their cook finally gets something down pat, it's real good. It looks like they've been bouncing between stuff. Like right now they're doing beta, but they've bounced between like several different types, just abandoning something on a whim and just moving on to something new. And yeah.
That's unusual.
Yeah, and it's not like following like a track. It's not like, soft stuff and going harder. It's just random. Like the guy was trying to do like snuff weed, a couple months ago.
What?
Like
Some
growing.
beta meth?
Yeah.
That's weird. I might be giving them a visit.
Yeah.
Do you have a location?
I got a neighborhood.
That works for me.
Yeah, don't know where the where their actual station's at, but I do know the area where they sell. And he sends you a grid area.
I mean, let's be honest. I don't need to know exactly where it is. I just make like the old toucan follow the nose, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, but these guys are weird. Like, they've even gotten into, like, awakened drugs. Like, they were selling pixie dust, like, last year.
Huh? And they get... Now I'm just curious.
Yeah, these guys are weird.
All right, thanks, Click. I'll be by in the next couple of days. We need to do something with that back room. I'm starting to have some thoughts, but I'll talk with you about that later.
Yeah. By the way, the guy showed up again. Yeah, popped in
How's
for
he
like
doing?
a minute. It was looking a bit tired. But I mean, everyone I see looks tired. No, but yeah, he was looking a bit tired. Said that he was in town for a little bit, but was going to be leaving soon. So if you want to
Okay.
call him, maybe now's the time. But
Perfect. Thanks so much.
yeah, everything's going really well here, though. So you take care.
Excellent. That's what I want to hear. All right, you too. Get some sleep sometime.
Yeah, eventually. All right, cool. And that call is over.
Yep, like back to Queen Anne. I just think I know where I'm looking at least. So, yeah, let me talk to the crew and see what they can do.
Wonderful. All right, and that is where we're going to take a real quick break. We'll be back in just a little bit. Just got to set things up. All right, so yeah, everybody group by for just a minute. We'll be back in a little bit. And we're live again. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Okay, so last we left off, we were working with Capcheck as he picked up a job for the rest of the crew. Knuckles was on his way back to the loft with, while waiting for a bit of information to be called in. Star had just finished having a conversation with an acquaintance. Were you done with that? Were you headed back to loft when you were done with that?
Actually, I wanted to stop by Grinders before I leave the pallet.
Okay, cool. And Valkyrie has not moved from the building the entire session.
Nope. No reason to.
All right. Actually, you know what? Let's do Star's thing real fast before we jump to everybody else. So you go downstairs into the under parts of the Colosseum where there's this big swap meet open market with bunches of little stalls selling weaponry and explosives that would be illegal in any modern country. And you head over to the medium-sized stall where an old, grizzled veteran of some war or another is sat there with his feet up on the counter. Looks like he might be like stenciling onto the side of a bullet or something.
Hello?
Hi there.
Oh, the technical difficulties.
All of them. Oh my gosh. You're Star, right?
Yes.
What can I
I'm
do for you?
wondering, can I take a look at what you have for pistol?
Yeah. What do you need it to do other than kill people?
I'm just feeling a little paranoid, so stopping power would be nice.
Mm-hmm. Do you need it to be scary? Or do you need it to be quiet?
Quiet would be preferred.
Alright. Let me see what I got for you. Do you have much practice with a weapon? A firearm?
A pistol I have some experience with.
Alright, let me see what I got. What kind of kit would you want added on to it? I can get you either a quick draw holster to be able to get the drop on someone who's already got the drop on you, or I could get you a concealed holster to make it harder to spot.
Concealed holster.
Yeah? Alright. Well, I mean, I could get you something as simple as a Beretta 101T or something slightly more dangerous. As a heavier pistol, we've got. Or do you want something automatic? Or yeah, do you want something automatic?
No.
Okay. Heavier. Well, the Ares Predators are the standard. I can get you a Ares Predator 1 for 350 new yen.
That will do.
And do you want the holster?
Yeah.
Which one was it? Do you want the quick draw or the stealth? Or the
stealth.
All right. If that's the case, that'll be 400 new yen for the pair.
Uh,
Does that sound good to you?
yeah.
All right. All right. So if you go into Chummer, you can go to weapons and give yourself. So do these expenses separately because I'm giving you a modified price. So make the cost for the gear that you're gonna get, the gun and the concealed holster, make those be free, and then just on the side in the expenses area, just pay the 400. And so there's should be an Ares Predator 1 in the heavy pistols section of weapons, and then you should be able to right click on it and add in the accessory.
Okay.
So
Ares Predator 1. Okay, there's free.
and while you're doing that, we'll jump over to Knuckles as you get a call.
Okay. Wherever I'm walking, I'll just kind of stop and just kind of so I can pay full attention.
Hey, this is Alfred. I've got info. This stuff is dangerous, okay? You just be careful what you're stepping into. But I've got dirt. I've got a lot of dirt. All right, so these pikers, they're supposed to be Simon's outfitters. They get the guns, the vehicles, the armor, and even locations for training. They rent firing ranges and set up even like drills where the security teams fight against each other in mock battles with professional, non-lethal versions of their weapons. The pikers are due to their job, have a lot of connections with real companies. To be able to get Simon all this stuff, they have connections with Az Technology, Ares, Evotech, Saterkrep, whole bunch of them. However, their connection to Saterkrep is more than just as a client. They are talking, having negotiations, having sit-downs with Saterkrep. I don't know what they would be doing in the Undercommon, because as much money as flies around in the Undercommon, it only works because it's all illegal. So if Saterkrep stepped in, they wouldn't be able to really put their hand into this pot. But they're doing something, and that could be really dangerous. If they're planning on hurting Simon or backstabbing Simon in any way, having the backing of a corporation is the only way they could possibly do that.
Good.
I've found a warehouse. Well, not exactly a warehouse. I found a shipping freighter that they are using to store things that they're smuggling out of Simon's possession. If you could find this shipping freighter, which is basically a moving safe house, you could pin everything on them and expose everything. Or you could steal it or whatever you're doing. Whatever side you take, you be careful because you're poking at a big bear. If things get hot, I can guarantee that Saterkrep will pull their hands out of everything as fast as they can, so they won't be any reprisals from their side because they'll just want to distance themselves as much as possible. But this could be dangerous. Be careful what you're doing there. I have more info. What are your questions now that you've got that?
My rumors that I picked up was basically that the pikers were going to endanger Simon's rule of the area. So any information that can lead me to this freighter that will actually give Simon the evidence he needs to destroy the Pikers for attempting to backstab him is what I need.
All right. There's a man out by the docks. Just call him Finn. Finn has he's got a yellow ticket. If you would take that off his hands, tell him that I have sent you to do that. Take that off his hands. His debt will be cleared if he helps you find the freighter.
Okay. Is he a human? Dwarf? Please don't tell me an elf.
No, he's human.
Okay.
He yeah. If you take the ticket from him, he'll help you, and he can find it for you.
Okay. This yellow ticket, when I take it, do I need to return it to you, or do I have to hold on to it?
No. You'll give it to me. You're not taking
Okay.
on any debts.
Okay. I just wanted to see if that was the case.
Yeah, no, you haven't done anything wrong.
He just chuckles when Alfred says that.
All right. You can call me if you've got any more questions. I've got a lot of stuff to sort through, and I don't want to be here for the next 3 days just reading these documents to you. So tell me if you have any questions, and I'll sort through it and answer your questions.
Nope. The only other question I could think is there a way I can get a copy of that information from you?
Not if I'm going to keep my source safe.
That's fine then. So right now I have no more questions, but if I happen to, then I will make contact with you. But
Yeah.
What you gave me is more than what I had before I talked to you this morning.
Yeah, I try and make my tickets worth it.
Well, your value is out there, and if you ever need me for anything, call me, and I will be there to back you up.
All right. Thank you. Have a good day, Knuckles.
You too, Alfred.
He hangs up.
Hang up. I finished that one. I drink. It's like.
All right. So, Star, Valkyrie, Capjack, Knuckles, you all gather back at the loft. Is this correct? Yes.
Yes.
Wonderful. You are all back at the loft.
Yep.
Fire away. I'm just gonna sit back. You all have stuff you want to talk about.
I'm going in, grabbing to the soy machine, get myself a big burger and a drink, and sit down.
You have to wait like a minute because Slice is there and he's making himself a sandwich. But as soon as he's done, you can make yourself a burger and
Okay.
take a seat.
I'll just wait for that. Is Koala there?
She is, upon seeing you enter the room, has hidden underneath the blankets.
I love toying with her, so I'm gonna go grab a beer, open the top, walk over to her blanket, pull it back, set it down next to her arm, and then cover her back up with the blanket.
Oi, Chaz. Might have a job for us.
Okay.
So, kind of almost a birthday party for Danny. Well, a birthday present.
Who's this Danny?
Oh, right, you haven't met him yet. You missed this entire thing, right? Great kid. He does magic stuff with spirits. I understand none of it. Son of Queen Anne at part of the what's the name of the Biker gang?
The Royal Guard.
Right.
Is he related to
His
you?
Royal Guard. Not as I'm aware of.
It just seems like every time a child has been brought up in our conversation, it's been related to somebody lately.
Oh, he's not a child. He's an adult, but he's just the son of Finan.
Okay.
Good kid. I like him. He did something really amazing with my bike. You should see it later. Oh my god. You'll have to meet Curry.
Curry?
Yeah, it's the spirit that lives inside my bike now. I said that out loud and that sounds really strange. Huh, right.
Okay.
So this kid, he gets premonitions. And he had one.
Actually,
and
real quick, I'm going to interject. Valkyrie, I'm going to just say, just for the simplicity of stuff, you're down and listening to this conversation so people don't have to repeat themselves.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
go for it.
I'm listening.
Just like there's a tiny hatch that opens up, and Valkyrie is just like ceiling. Valkyrie is listening to you exposition.
Or I figure by this point here, she's rewired the entire house. Will there be micro bugs all over the place?
Could probably get Blinky to do that for me.
So,
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I know where we can find the drug dealers that we will be going to look for and get his friend he's never met. One of those magic things. But it's a paying job. You interested?
I'm not too keen on magic, but if you think it's safe, then yes, I will help you.
Are we going in quiet or loud?
They tried loud and it didn't get them anywhere, so we're quiet.
Okay.
But we might have to shoot people. I don't know.
You just see Knuckles, just his whole shoulders like, ah.
I mean, all we
Knuckles, you
need.
totally missed it last time. We did an entire run and and it was silent. It was perfect. They didn't even know we were there. Oh, it was beautiful.
Did Star go through the door first?
Yes.
And it didn't go
Double
boom?
check. You should double
Flawlessly,
check.
without a hitch.
And you look over at Star's thumbs up.
You're improving.
Like
Your
a
sneak
ghost.
skill went up one.
Well,
Slice leans over on his couch. So, you're gonna go hunt for a what?
Some drug dealers. Currently, it sounds like they're cooking beta meth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be too hard to find.
I know, right? Just like I was saying before, make like the old toucan, follows the nose. Right.
Well, this shouldn't be too hard. If you and Star go in and see what's up, I'll just be behind in
okay,
case something goes
Yeah,
wrong.
but you want to like bring Knuckles with you.
Well, yeah.
Those are people who are trying to figure out the most creative way to boil their own brains.
Uh-huh.
Be careful.
And this is not the only thing they are making either. So check this out, Slice. They're making all sorts of shit. Like, they've done their hand at like Novacoke and Sniff Feed and vacant drugs, and they just bounce around on it. Isn't that weird? Yeah.
Sounds like they're not actually using, or at least not all of them. How many do you say there were?
Yeah. I don't actually know that. I know that the cook is apparently a whiz kid.
Okay.
Is that the one that we need to talk to?
This is the interesting part about this job. They would like it done in the next 2 days. And we are not entirely sure what we're looking for. So the pay will reflect how difficult it winds up being.
Okay.
I'm down
Well,
for
you're
a
the one
paying
who
job.
met. You're the one who knows.
We all know Queen Anne. It's for the royal
I
guard.
forgot her son's name.
Danny.
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 Technically, I think only me and you have actually met Danny.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah. Valkyrie just literally turned down the opportunity to meet him. Was like, I'm not gonna go into the dirty mechanic shop back there. I'm gonna stay in the bar.
It's not
Makes so
interesting.
much sense.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I
so-
trust this kid. I mean, is a little strange, but you know that's how he is, and that's fine. And
So I take
but
it
he's great at what he does.
this friend of his would probably know him.
Nope. That's what makes this interesting. I
So we
like.
can't just ask them for whoever knows Danny.
Nope.
Well, thankfully.
I know
won't
it's
be-
strange.
So I won't be on the front lines for this.
No, of course not. So, but here's what I was thinking. And he's actually gonna like look over at Kavala. Can you give us a few minutes?
Yeah.
Well, look at the blanket I get. The pile of blankets.
And she stands up, and sets the empty bottle down next to Knuckles, and rushes outside.
Oh, she actually finished this one. Very good. She's learning.
Okay, so wait until she's out. Do a quick double check to make sure that she's like down the stairs at least a decent bit or something. And look at Slice. You don't have to stay and listen to this if you don't want. This is not pretty.
Sure, whatever. I don't care. And he pulls out his headphones and puts them on.
Okay. Look at the others. If this kid has premonitions, we might be able to use that with Sepikers.
Okay, so he's a clairvoyant of some kind?
Apparently he gets flashes of inspiration, and if they're ignored, bad things happen. I'm hoping he's able to channel that, and if so, it's an edge we didn't have before. Because this whole
But-
Simon thing, it's sitting weird with me.
But we'd have to bring him along wherever we go, right?
Not necessarily. He gets his flashes forever.
So just feed him some information. He thinks some stuff up, and magic is formed.
If nothing else, it cements us in better with the Royal Guard, and they're good allies to have if we need them.
Okay. Well, I definitely think we should go take care of this job you set up for us. Because, like you're saying, it might just help us out with the whole Simon and Piker thing.
Yeah. Have we agreed?
Yeah. When
I'm
do you
in.
want to introduce ourselves?
I'm in.
So we have a job.
So Slice is sitting on the couch watching you guys with his headphones on and just
Slice, do you read lips?
I walk over to Slice.
Just takes them off.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
No.
I
I pat him on the shoulder.
Well, think of it this face, Slice. Now you know.
yeah, it still doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. So,
Magic. Magic never
I mean,
made
do you
sense.
want to come visit us on this on Slice? Who knows? There may be some leftover beta mess afterwards.
Okay.
Look, I'm just saying. It could be party
Well,
time. I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
You're gonna let the girl in?
Real quick question. What's the difference between regular ammo and gel rounds?
Gel rounds deal stun damage, so they don't kill people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm not going to use those.
Why? How many people have not Valkyrie killed?
One. The one guy I was particularly told to keep alive.
No.
How many
Aside
kills have been
from
made that weren't Valkyrie?
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I have yet to pull my trigger on anybody yet.
No, I think Capjack
Mhm.
killed at least 1 or 2 back when
Oh yeah.
there was an attack on Scab's place.
Yeah.
I mean, they're a humanist
Okay.
poly club. Does that really count?
That was a spray and pray.
Oh no, that was very personal. God, it was good. Okay.
Yeah, I
Right.
think Knuckles, you killed at least 1 person. No? Oh.
We did take shots during the Alfred pickup, but did we kill anyone?
Never confirmed.
I did,
Yeah.
but
Well,
She did.
none of
Yeah.
you did.
We know you did.
The only other time I was able to even have the opportunity to do that, I had to pull out there, and next thing I know, before I can reposition, I had to scrape an elf off the road.
Road elf.
All right. So you guys get in, all pile in the van with Slice, let Koala back in, and head off.
I'm gonna bring my drone just in case.
Okay, pack that up inside the van. There's plenty of room for that.
Jack's gonna. No, he's not gonna take the motorcycle this time.
Okay.
He's gonna take the motorcycle this time.
All right. Cool.
I just grabbed my little
Oh,
duffel bag, kind of like a shoulder bag with all my gear and stuff in it, just in case I have to use it for various things on site. And out of the bag, I pull a pair of nunchucks out and slide those in the back side of my pants under my jacket. So I got my nunchucks, knives, and pistol.
Nice. All right. So, what is your plan for finding these people? You know the neighborhood, but not much other than that.
Question for you.
Yes.
Because of where I'm from, is something I would have smelled in the past?
I'm sure at least a little bit. If you, do you want to get out of the vehicle to try and sniff for it, or do you want to just stick your head out the window and see if you can smell it?
I figure once we get to at least an area where we think it might be, it'd be better if I was on foot.
Okay. So if you're gonna,
Slice seems to be pretty knowledgeable about where usually these things go down.
I mean, between Slice and Capjack, the junkies, we can find a drug house.
Probably find a drug house and follow it from there.
Yeah, we just talk to people. We know how to speak junkie.
yeah. Slice is like, all right. So, Capjack, you can come with me if you want, but give me 10 minutes. I'll find these people. Well, let me rephrase that. I'll find someone selling drugs. I don't know if it'll be the right people.
Yeah,
We might have to try a couple times.
that's fine.
All right.
As I'm looking up the drug list really quick for reasons.
So he hops out of the van when you guys park. So who is going with Slice to go find drug dealers?
Oh, I'll walk with them.
All right.
I figure the 3 of us.
This sounds like a bad joke. What happens when the elf, the human, the orc, and the troll walks across the street?
All
They
right.
wind up buying bliss.
All right. So do you want to just roll visual perception? All of those who are going along,
I'm using my scent, smell.
right. You can do smell.
Okay. So what am I going to be rolling on that? Perception, scent plus.
Just flat roll that.
Okay.
3.
3. Very nice. Knuckles, what do you got?
I am rolling my dice now. I have 2 6s.
Very nice. Okay, cool. So, Capjack, you spot a guy, and you watch him for a second, like, I think that might be the right kind of guy, and he passes you guys, and as he passes you, Knuckles, you smell on him, like, yeah, that's That's probably beta meth or some kind of, like, you smell heavy chemicals wafting off of him. Like, even if he doesn't have anything on him, he's been in a place that does have a lot of chemicals. So the guy you see, he's a orc, wearing a leather jacket with on the back some kind of like very abstract dragon that's kind of like, it's like a holographic Pokemon card that kind of shines in weird ways when light reflects off of it, and he passes you.
That's cool as hell.
Yeah, it is. It's a shame it's not on a troll size jacket.
Is that could I do an underworld check to see if that's like a gang or something?
Absolutely.
2 hits.
2 hits. It seems to less be a gang and more of just kind of like a vague subculture. Like, it's just lots of little gangs and groups of people kind of just wear similar iconography to kind of just say, we're cool, we're the same kind of people, let's not mess with each other. So it's not anything official in any way, but it's just kind of a neighborhood kind
It's
of
like
thing.
the typical brand you're going to be seeing
Yeah.
on people.
Okay.
Okay, he's going to shift one of his tattoos to that.
Okay. Where is that
That tattoo.
physically?
Let's see. I mean, it could be anywhere. It would probably be. He would probably bring it up to like peeking out around the neck.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
So coming out from the Hawaiian shirt and up around the neck. So it's like visible if you see it.
Well, because what it is it's this weird abstract dragon that's kind of like kind of a poly design, like low poly design, but it's this weird kind of middle point between like a Western, like, Aragon dragon and like a Chinese Eastern dragon. And so you've got this thing coming up, kind of twisting around your neck a little bit and then diving back down under your shirt.
Nice.
Okay.
All right. So
I just, as he walks by, I look at Cap, and then my eyes drift back to the guy as he's passing back, and then I kind of hold my hands up. Yes, no.
he would just do this and, hey man.
Mhm.
Hey, you know where I might be able to get some beta?
Got nothing on me right now, but I can show you.
Cool.
We
Thanks.
got a house. All 3 of you?
Yeah, we're going. Yeah, man.
And he eyes each of you, like making eye contact to each of you. Why don't... Well, no, I'm going to have him roll. Just a little bit of... That was a terrible roll. That was also bad. Okay, yeah. So, he critically glitched for 2 of his functionally insight rolls. So, he's like, all right,
He's
let's
definitely
go.
on top.
Yeah, as he's like, all right, let's go. You just watch his pupils just go, whoa, for a second. Let's go.
And as a note, so I guess Knuckles, yeah, that's exactly what Capjack sounded like.
Okay.
So,
Like the way I was talking. So he did not have his accent.
you're guided to a kind of crappy slum neighborhood area and gets you in between some houses to get to a house that's like really poorly designed city planning where they've got houses in a grid, but there's no road that goes to the house in the middle of this 3x3 grid.
Okay.
And so he guides you in between the buildings up to this house and lets you in. And inside, you see there's curtains over every single window. It's quite dark in here. There's some intense smoke, like smell, it's hard to pin down what the source is, but just a smell throughout the whole place. You see several people chatting and some people laying down on couches or on the floor, passed out. It's a house.
Okay.
And he
Cool.
says, all right, so
Okay.
how
As I'm
much you
walking-
want?
Okay, as I'm walking in behind Capjack and Slice, my hand kind of shifts a little bit so that I got it up here's where one of my daggers is and everything. So it just kind of shifts enough that it's like a blade handle right here. So if I need to throw it, I have it in the palm of my hand,
But
as
concealed.
concealed.
Yeah. How much you want?
What's rate?
Well, we've got I've got two different kinds right now. I've got some just like a regular dose for 20 is the regular stuff, and then I've got some special stuff that we're testing out, so I'll let you test it out for half.
And that's all he needed to hear. But like, test it out.
Yeah. So all you need to do is just buy it and just like don't leave immediately. Let me see how you're doing, and you just let me know if it's good or if it's not good. It's a new mix. But yeah,
That's kind of cool.
how much you gonna want? You want 2-3 doses for you, or you taking? You're gonna be packing? Take some with you.
Is he talking to me?
Yeah, he's
Yeah, no. I'll take 2.
all right. Regular. That'll
Yeah,
be
two regular.
40 new yen for you.
Okay.
What about you?
Oh, 2 reg.
All right, 40 for you, and Slice is like, yeah, I'll take one of the new ones. Right on. So he
I
hands
just
you
pat Slice on the back.
he hands you each one of them, and Slice opens up the little baggie and heads over and sits down on the couch. I'll be a minute.
That's cool. Hey, you guys do anything with like BTLs?
Nah, no. I mean, our guy, he barely knows how to run a computer.
Is that who's making all this?
Yeah, he's downstairs.
Huh.
Yeah,
You know, I do a little bit of a side business too. Love to meet him, maybe see if we could mesh our business a little bit.
all right. Well, he gets like really into his stuff, so I don't know if he's available right now, but I'll go chat with him.
Yeah.
You guys watch your friend. Make sure nothing bad happens. Nothing bad should happen, but just just watch him. I'll be back.
Cool.
I'm gonna text Star and ask for an update.
I didn't go with.
No, Star and Valkyrie stayed together in the
Yeah,
van.
no, I stayed in the
Oh, he said. Oh, Slice. Okay, that's the third member.
Yeah.
Sorry, never mind.
van. Yeah.
Alright, then yeah.
Which is the
Nothing.
perfect time to be like, to message the rest of the crew. All right, we have the location that we're looking for. Here's the address, and just like clicks that over.
Mhm.
Can you get some eyes on it?
Okay, on my way. I'm
Thank you.
gonna go set up near the area.
So you just gonna set up on your drone, or are you gonna find a vehicle? Or sorry, find a building.
I'm gonna see if I can find a building first, and if I can't, I'll deploy the drone.
Yeah, it's residential. So at most there's 2-story buildings, but all the roofs are like slanted like regular housing roofs.
Okay.
We did just buy beta meth, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Alright, then yeah, then I'm gonna... Yeah. I'll use the drone
Okay.
to get an advantage.
how high are you going? Being aware that about, what is it, about 2 meters to a story, like building story, is about 2 meters, I believe. Yeah. Because they're a bit more than a yard, and it's about 10 feet to a story. So yeah, something like 2 meters per building story. So how high are you going?
There's no way that I could. How tall is the building that they're in?
2 stories.
Is it 2 stories? Okay.
Yeah. As are all the buildings around it.
Ooh, I got an idea. So the glasses that he uses, like they got vision enhancements and stuff like that, can he route the visuals from that through the comm link to give...
Do you have Smart Link
visuals?
or Image Link?
I have...
Oh wait, you have a Cyber Eye.
Oh yeah, I have
Cyber Eye has
and,
is a camera.
you know, my entire rig.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh yeah, there's an image link, smart link, eye recording unit. Yeah.
That would require a simple computer test,
Okay.
which is in Logic. Like, for someone who is a hacker, this would be trivial. For a person who's not a hacker, it might be...
One hit on one dice.
There you go. That works.
Woo.
So, I'm thinking of going 4 stories, but how exposed am I gonna be? Like, how easy am I just gonna be able to be sighted?
Not super, actually, because you're not contrasted against the sky. You're contrasted
Okay.
against the ceiling, because the
Right.
undercommon looks up and they see the bottom of the common. So
Right. Okay.
you're not as easy to spot.
I think I'll go 4.
If someone's
then.
looking for you, they'll find you. But
Yeah.
if they're just like looking up, you're not going to be like, oh, hey, there's a person right there.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll go 4.
Okay. So that's 8 meters up. Be aware that it is dangerous in Shadowrun. Shadowrun fall damage is stupid.
Yeah. Don't take fall damage.
Don't take fall damage.
Okay, so he's feeding that visual to Valkyrie.
Okay.
Is there an open window that you can see in?
There would be like, no, they all have curtains drawn.
Perfect. Okay, do you have a laser
Like
that
on your
laser
rifle?
point on my scope.
does
I
your
think so.
does your gun have a smart gun system?
Yes.
That means it comes with a range finding laser.
So yes,
Perfect.
I do.
Okay, so I should be able to see that with the cyber eye. By using that, I should be able to let you triangulate where you're aiming inside without having to see.
Okay.
Yes,
I'm good with this.
but be aware that it's iffy. If she actually
I know, it's
fires a shot, it'll be at a hefty minus. But yeah,
it's
you
better
can.
than like even more of a minus than it would be.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
firing blindly, I think, is a -8.
Yeah, but when you got Hoover Dam dice over there,
Yeah. Yeah. So firing.
Oh, then it's only 10 dice. My bad.
Yeah, firing completely blindly, I believe, is a -8. Oh yeah, it's at a -8, and then your target also gets a +4 dodge bonus because you can't see them. So it's
But now
it's difficult.
you can see them.
Yeah, this would help a lot. Okay.
Can I
What-
blend in on the street?
Absolutely. Roll. What do you want to roll? I automatically jump to etiquette. Yeah. Sweet. Yeah, you can do etiquette. So you're around the block, but you're not inside the building, and yeah, you just blend in. as long as you don't roll absolute
4
garbage. 4 hits. Yes. You just step there and they're like, oh, hey, how you doing? How was the game last week?
Sports.
New sports ball.
News sports. Sports news. Sports news.
Okay, so Capjack, what are you doing now?
I'm gonna watch Slice, actually.
Okay,
I want to keep an eye on him.
so yeah, you see he's taking it, and while you've been setting up your eye thing, and he's kind of leaning back. It's a lot slower than normal.
How you doing?
Fine. Yeah. Doing fine. And he just calmly leans forward and vomits on the floor.
Oh.
And then leans back and is still just like calm and just looking around a bit unfocused.
Where's that slab when we need it?
Okay. What has he been learning? First aid? Yes, first aid. He's gonna do that, kind of just assess him.
Yeah, roll that.
That would be 2 hits.
2 hits. So basically you can determine that 2 different effects are going on. His body is rejecting something in his stomach. And also his head is being messed with, so he's not taking that as an issue.
Okay.
In fact, the throwing up might not be because it's making him throw up. Rather, it's just not stopping him from throwing up. And he might have... This throwing up might be a pre-existing condition. He might have just eaten something bad this morning. And he's been, like, holding it in just to be civil and now is entirely relaxed.
Okay, so it's in... Nice by Sonic. Invented Ipecac. We're gonna street name it Ipasmack.
Nice.
All right, so basically it's interfered with a certain level of motor function, or like, I guess, higher processing.
Yeah, so he's throwing up because he doesn't care right now.
Okay. Which is not what beta meth would normally do.
No, not really. Beta meth is, at least this stuff, beta meth is an extremely intense high that lasts for no longer than 20 minutes. And he was remarking, it's slow. It's not like a quick hit. It's like gently affecting him and gently leaving and
Okay.
just relaxing him, which is not what beta meth is supposed to do.
Yeah. So yeah, he'll just sit with him and kind of like monitor him.
Now,
Spin around the dock too much.
Is this Slice that's having this effect?
It
or-
is, yeah,
Yeah.
because he took the experimental new mix stuff and is having interesting effects. The dealer comes back up, says, the cook says he's taking a break for a bit, letting stuff simmer, so you can chat with him. One of you should stay with your friend, though.
He's gonna gesture at Knuckles.
I just
You
shake
okay?
my head and
So who's coming? All right, come on. He brings you around back to the stairs that are in the back room. You see that the back door is entirely boarded up. And then downstairs in the basement, you step in through like plastic sheets that kind of divide up and cut off the airflow a bit. Stepping in it is quite smoggy in here. And you see multiple different I mean, you're familiar with how drugs work. Your character's a bit of a druggie, but
Oh yeah.
it's still like the actual art of doing it. Like you definitely couldn't tell what components are going. Like as you're walking in, you're like, oh, I wonder what that. Oh no, that's just tea. He's just cooking. He's just making some tea over there. That's not part of the cooking process. Like it's completely lost on you, I imagine. The actual
Muriatic acid. I'm sure of it.
yes, that is.
Combined with Breaking Bad's coffee
Wait, no,
machine.
that should have been caustic soda. Damn you, Bane.
Yeah, so you step in, and inside you see a dwarf seated on a stool. He looks quite a bit older than all the rest of the people around here. Most of the people are, younger or middle-aged at most. This guy's got a bushy but like kind of wispy white beard that's maybe a foot long in every direction. It just kind of poofs out in every way, and he's got like a kind of a central balding, but then kind of a Dr. Wily white hair going on. And he's sat there and has taken off his respirator and is sipping some tea.
So,
Hi there. What are you doing down here? What do you need to talk about?
is the other guy still here? Or did he like wander off?
The other guy's definitely here, and he's
Okay, cool.
he is now opened up his jacket and has his hand on his holster. He's not being aggressive, but he's just this is
Making
this
it
is the
clear.
moneymaker right here. So
Did Capjack manage to see that?
yeah, Capjack be able to see it because the guy's not hiding it. He's just making Capjack aware that he has a gun, and so
Okay.
Capjack sees that. Yeah.
Gonna aim in that direction.
This would be a bit more difficult shot because that would be going through earth and concrete. Like you'd be fired because this is the basement, so you'd fire through the ground. Not impossible, especially for you, but just be aware of the circumstances.
Okay,
Yeah,
just in case. I'll keep an eye on him.
Yeah.
No, it's impressive setup you have.
Also, can I hear anything, or is it just?
Oh yeah,
you?
he's broadcasting
Okay.
to the.
Okay.
Yep.
That's an impressive setup you have. That mix you have is really interesting. It looks like it's shuts off some of the higher functions.
Yeah, didn't mean for it to go that far. I'm trying to dial it back. In that way. It's supposed to just the idea is a relaxant that can be taken. You don't want to operate weaponry or large machinery with it, but maybe you could have it while you're filing paperwork. Something
That's interesting.
a bit more passive that a person
I
could
wonder
have.
if it would work during surgery. I know someone that might want to help you test that out.
Oh. Well, are you purely interested, just in what I'm making, or do you have a offer for me or something?
It's good you asked. Actually, excuse me for a second. Right, sorry about that. The name's Capjack.
Okay.
I guess that suddenly everyone's a little bit more on edge. That's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah, I'm a dealer myself. I work in digital mediums, BTLs.
Right.
Van, I've wanted to come by, see the operation, which is fantastic. And You as a boss here?
Kind of. Billy and his friends, they kind of take care of the rougher half of the business. But at the end of the day, I am the guy that hands out the money, I guess.
Speaking of, and you are?
You can just call me Willie.
Billy. Good to meet you. And this is Billy here?
Yeah.
Billy, nice to meet you. Sorry for the talk earlier.
So, what, I don't suppose this is some kind of show of force, saying I ought to move out of your
goodness, no.
territory or something?
Goodness, no. It's actually, a curiosity for you. Are you familiar with spirits?
I mean, I know they exist. That's about it.
I think that's
Do you want to roll,
insight.
yeah. It's
I
not called
guess.
insight, but that thing. Whatever it's
Judge
called.
What is it again?
Judge intentions, and it's not on the main ones, it's on the sidebar over
It's
with
on other-
memory check
other
and all those other info.
Under your composure.
Judge intentions. There it is.
That one, yes, please.
Okay. I will take 3.
3. He's not lying exactly, but he's
That really
wanting-
caught him off guard.
he's wanting to, yeah, it caught him off guard, and he's wanting to kind of push on to the next topic as soon as possible.
In like a he's scared kind of a way, or
It doesn't appear to be scared though. Just he doesn't want to talk about this with you.
he's basically trying to judge if this is the person he's supposed to talk to for Danny.
After seeing him respond this way to you saying something about spirits, something you smell something, you know, but this doesn't confirm anything, but you smell something's he flinched when
Okay.
a person who had no idea what was going on probably wouldn't.
Got it. He's also going to kind of like catch a small glance back to Billy. And did Billy react to that?
He has undone the button over his gun and has his hand on it.
Okay. As soon as I mentioned spirits.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, it's this new style of BTLs that me and my friends have been working on. I was curious if you had heard of it. Let's see. But no, I'm actually I run a business and we do a lot of the digital systems, and we're looking to maybe expand some into the more physical ones, and wanted to. I heard you as a person to talk to.
I hadn't realized my reputation was still intact. You want some
Does that
tea?
calm Billy down?
No, it doesn't seem to. Billy takes a step back, a couple steps back from you, but still totally has his hand on his gun. Do you want some tea?
Yeah, that would be great.
All right, here. And so he heads over to the little electric water or teapot thing and takes it off and roll visual perception or judge intentions, whichever one you want.
I will go with visual perception. I'll take 5 hits though.
5 hits. That's impressive. So to you, it is obvious that he intentionally spills the scalding water on his hand. And drops the pot and drops to the ground. Billy, get the kit upstairs. Go. And Billy is like, yeah, and heads upstairs. And as soon as Billy's out of the room, he says, do you have friends?
Yes, they're nearby, and we can get you out of here if necessary.
Kind of a hostage here.
Noted. How many?
At least 4. I know he has other friends around the neighborhood.
All right, team, you hear this?
Yes, can
targets.
Yep,
Can I
everyone would hear it.
Yeah.
Any chance that I can identify them?
That would be Capjack would have to transmit that question because he can only hear Capjack.
Okay. How can we identify them?
They'll have just under their scalp, just inside the hairline, they're gonna have a red tattoo. Inside their scalp. It's kind of hard to spot, but all of those. And then
so
Billy rushes into the room. And he's, here. And he opens up a little kit and begins to apply some kind of ointment on the burn. Oh, okay. All right.
Gonna-
So is it just the 2 of us downstairs?
So currently it's 3 people: you, Billy, and the cook.
I'm gonna.
Oh, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what. So he's in front of me, focused on that.
Yeah, so he sets the thing down, but he doesn't know how to use it, so he sets it down and stands up. So he's the cook, Willie, is down on the ground, is like hunched on the floor treating himself, and you and Billy are standing right next to each other, side by side, looking down on the cook.
Oh, no. As soon as he went in front of me, kick on the wired reflexes, and I'm going to just like.
So you use your
Hidden spur, yeah.
yeah, your hidden spur.
So basically,
Please,
hand over the mouth, and just
so
or like
please
right into the.
roll me that attack at a +4.
Oh God!
That's
Really?
a sizable plus, yeah. But you entirely got him off guard.
Okay.
Can I see the other person in the room?
Valkyrie can only see through Capjack's eye thing because all the windows have curtains on them.
But
So you
I
can
know where he is, right?
Yeah, you do know where he is. What you got?
Hold on, I'm figuring out exactly how many dice I get. Many so far. Let's see.
Well,
what does wired reflexes give me again for that?
it won't give you anything to increase your attack. What it will give you is more initiative passes.
Got it.
So if he
Okay,
succeeds in
7
avoiding
hit.
your 7 hits, okay.
That's 19 dice.
Yeah.
I actually rolled pretty low.
So he succeeds on negating 1 of those hits. So you only get 6, which is still a critical success. So why don't you describe to me what happened?
So basically, like, he's been doing the whole junkie thing and, making it look like he's pretty harmless in general, even though he's a giant orc. And as soon as this guy gets in front of him, he, like, completely changes, gets, like, a little bit twitchy because of the wired reflexes. A hand goes over this guy's mouth and he just goes right to, like, sever the vocal cords. But also not, like, spray blood on this poor guy in front of him. Oh, actually, no. In that case, he would go for a kidney or the liver, because that will make.
Well, you
kill
got
in a
so
couple
many
seconds.
hits. Let me embellish it. You grab
Nice.
him and bring the spurs around to just gently disconnect all the nerves on the top of his
that's
spine.
a great idea.
leaving just the smallest little smear, because like he's up against you, just the smallest little smear of blood on your jacket. And just quietly lay him down on the ground. And Willie is still focused on that, but he sees that he's, like, it's shocking to see someone go from fully dead to just, or fully alive to fully dead in such little amount of time.
Yeah.
Oh.
Knuckles, you saw that. Your turn. Do we have visuals on the other three?
I'm
So
gonna start looking.
Valkyrie and Knuckles and Star, all please roll me visual perception, because you're looking for people with the red scalp.
Okay, so all I get is 2 dice on that one.
Okay. Knuckles, you can roll 2 more dice on that because you're in their den and they're within proximity to them.
I got 1 hit.
1 hit, okay. And Valkyrie gets 3, and Star gets 3. 4 from Valkyrie.
4.
Oh, yes. Okay, wonderful. Okay, so let's start this from the simplest to the most complicated. Knuckles, you see that there is a human with some kind of SMG, looks like maybe a Mac-10 or something, that's under his jacket. And he's definitely got the red scalp. You see his hair is kind of coming out, probably due to drug use. And so his red scalp is really easy to see. And he is by the door, so he's 4 meters away from you. Like,
Okay.
you could cross that distance in very little time. Star, you spot 2 individuals outside. You see one just leaning on the front porch of the drug den. And you see another one leaning on a car. So he's in the parking lot of one of the outer buildings. So like I said, there's a grid of 3x3 of houses, and the drug den is the one in the very middle. So one of the outer houses you see leaning on a car. There's one of the red scalps out there. Valkyrie, you see you see the guy on the porch, the guy on the car, one guy on the opposite side of the grid. You see through a small slit in one of the curtains on the second story, you see someone.
Okay.
As well as you see the guy who is currently dying at the hands of Capjack.
Okay. Dear, who do I shoot first? On the opposite side of the grid, you mean like far away?
So on the opposite side of this grid of 3x3 residential houses.
Okay.
So farthest away from anyone in the entire group.
Okay. I'm thinking window dude first, and then picking off the guy who's gonna come running.
Okay. So you're going to kick off your attack. And so I'm going to have, just because I want you guys to be as cool as possible, all of you guys' stuff is going to happen at the exact same time.
Okay.
So Valkyrie, you roll that.
Oh, is that other guy at the top of the stairs the SMG guy?
No, he's the one by the front door next
No,
to me.
the guy at the top would be a different person. Valkyrie, you get to do several aim actions prepping this shot, so add those dice. Star, what are you gonna do?
How many am I adding?
6.
I'm gonna take the outlier guy. I'm gonna go
But at a
right
minus
for the
2 because you're on a drone.
Okay.
I'm going to walk to the parking lot, take that guy that's on the outlier there.
How are you gonna do it? You just gonna walk up, draw a gun, and shoot him?
No, I'm gonna walk up, pretend like I'm getting friendly, and then I'm gonna start stabbing him.
Okay.
Because I have hand blades, so I'm just gonna.
All right, roll
walk up,
seduction for
spread
me.
that out.
Okay. Quick question.
Yes.
You said there's one by the front door, and then there's the one by the stairs going down to where Capjack is? Or
No, there's. So currently there is one out leaning on a car, one on the front porch, one on the inside near the front door,
Okay.
and then one dead in Capjack's hands, and then one somewhere upstairs, like
Okay.
top floor,
Okay.
that only Valkyrie can see. So there's
Okay.
nobody on the next to the stairs out of the basement, as far as you guys are aware.
Okay, which charisma skill is this?
I think it's under. Is it under con? Sorry, I assumed it was
might be.
I assumed it was
Yeah,
just a
there's
thing.
con, etiquette, instruction, intimidation, leadership, negotiation.
It would be. Yes. So please roll me con.
Specialty?
It is a specialty. I was mistaken. So yeah, please roll me con.
Yeah. Okay. 1 hit.
1 hit. Oof. Let's see how bright this guy is. He also got 1 hit, so he is not particularly drawn in. Do you want to keep trying, or do you want to just call it and start attacking him?
We're so quiet.
Yeah, you can you can just
yet.
try again. Basically, he's a.
Yeah, I'll push it a little bit. I want this to go smoothly.
All right.
Okay, 3 hits that time.
3 hits, wonderful. Okay, and he gets a hit with a glitch. So now the advantage you're gonna get as he kind of presumes a bit much and draws close to you, you're going to get to roll 3 attacks on him before he gets to react. So please do that, and I'll jump over to Knuckles. What are you doing?
Okay, quick question. I have throwing weapons.
Yep.
How many knives could I throw? 'Cause I've got
Um,
I've got one in my hand ready to go, and the other ones are in quick draw sheets within my jacket.
So that would be, you get 1 per turn. So if you have multiple initiative passes from any wired reflexes or anything, then you would. But
No.
okay.
No, I just got BioWare.
Actually,
so
hang on. Let me check a thing real fast.
the only thing I've got is like enhanced hearing, muscle augmentation, and toner.
Okay, yeah, no, you don't have it. Okay, never mind. Yeah, so you'll only get to do 1 attack, but he will be entirely surprised by it, not able to dodge or anything.
Okay. Well, I'll kind of stand up next to Slice as he's going through one of his little ooh and ah type thing, and with my hand, I'll take that knife I have, and throw it right at the guy.
All right.
And then as soon as it comes out of my hand, I will start moving in that direction as well.
Cool. Now, let's go back around. Valkyrie, how did you do?
6 hits.
6 hits. So, 6 hits. Let's go to Star. What did you get on all your attacks?
2, 2, and 2.
Okay. What is the damage on those weapons? Because he won't get his armor because his jacket is open and you're just inside, able to just hit him inside his jacket.
It's 3p.
Okay. And Knuckles, what is your number of hits on your throwing this knife?
I had 11 dice. I got 6 hits.
Holy crap.
Ooh.
Okay, so this is how it plays out. Is so
And
these
that's
are
it's a 6p damage knife.
Yeah.
Oh.
well, and so these are troll-sized throwing knives.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
So
Not to mention you have how much strength?
Oh.
before Capjack successfully sets down the corpse of the person he just killed, it is heard the firing of a gun as the man upstairs, who is about to hand over some beta meth to someone, has the shot go in to his head, bounce off of his cyber eye that's inside his head, and then reflect back down, doing a sideways V through his head, instantly
Ow.
killing him.
Ow.
Star,
Do you have a silencer on your sniper rifle?
Do you?
Do.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's even better. It's just silent.
Star walks up to a human who is just relaxing there and begins to kind of sultry walk up to him, gets close, and before he can even begin to think up a line, just rapid stab, stab, stab in the stomach 3 times, and he drops bleeding on the floor, screaming weakly. before he just dies. Knuckles stands up rather calmly, just getting into the groove and ready to get things started. Flicks, doesn't even touch the knife, just flicks and it flies out of his sleeve. The knife flies forward and impacts into his eye socket, and with such force that it cuts through the bone of his skull into his brain, and he slumps against the wall, and the blade going through his head sticks to the wall, preventing him from sliding down.
That works.
So there are 2 people left that you are aware of,
One outside.
and
Alright,
one
real
on the
quick,
porch.
Capjack is going to get his credits back. Where's Nguyen back?
Well, Nguyen's electronic, so you'd have to snag the guy's comlink and hack it.
Okay.
Do we roll initiative, or how does the turnover go?
Not yet.
So
Okay.
I walk over, basically yank my knife out of the skull in the wall, and take the MP5 from him as well.
I figured the
so-
guy on the porch will be doing something, so he's probably next.
Hang on.
Yeah,
Oh,
'cause
yes,
might
he
have heard
does
that
notice
thunk.
something. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
However,
Bonk.
it's just a thump. So he's not like panicking. He's like, "Huh, what was that?" and begins to stand up.
Still,
Valkyrie, you
people
can
are
make a
gonna be
second
out.
shot, but you don't get the aim bonus. Just fire
fine.
regular and a -2 because you're kind of rocking on this hovering drone after making
I
that
got
shot.
another 6 hits.
So yeah, you fire and you're like, yeah, Capjack had a good idea. Spine. And just right there, and he instantly drops to the ground. As far as you're aware, there's only one more enemy who's just way out, far away from everything.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Now, is there anybody else in this room with me other than Slice?
Yeah, there's a couple druggies. Most of them are passed out. And one of them is not, and just goes, "Oh!" and just tries to crunch himself up as small as possible into the darkness near the couch so that he's not spotted, because he's just freaking out.
Okay. At this point here, I turn and start walking toward the downstairs,
Yep.
just to look to see if I can hear or see Capjack coming up from below.
So as you approach those stairs, Capjack, are you headed to the stairs?
Yeah, it's gonna be what was the guy's name again?
Willie?
Willie,
Billy, right.
Billy's dead now.
No, the other one,
Yeah, Willie.
was it Willie?
Yeah.
Willie, right. It's like, all right, Willie, there'll be somebody at the top of the stairs for you.
Okay.
And he, like, more or less disappears running.
Okay. So
His wire
heading
reflexes.
up the stairs, Knuckles and Capjack, you both arrive at the stairs, and so there's a little landing on the ground floor, and then immediately, like a couple feet past, is stairs up to the second floor. And Knuckles and Capjack at about the same time see a troll coming down the stairs, holding a large revolver in his hands, and seeing Capjack begins to aim to fire at Capjack. Please roll your reaction ×2, because you're kind of getting like he's not fully expecting what's going on and has to take the second to think, do I want to shoot this person I see? 5, yeah. So
do I get a reaction too, since I'm standing there and I have the MP5 that I took off the guy in my hand already?
So as he pulls up the revolver and fires down at Capjack, Capjack sees that he's doing that, and you're able to dive forward so that the wall to the right of him, of the stairwell, blocks him off so he can't shoot you. And so Capjack and Knuckles, you're both right next to each other. Knuckles, you're like just coming around that corner, so you see the troll and you can do something before he gets to do anything at you.
Yeah, no, I got 3 hits on that for my reaction. And then basically have that MP5, that's under rifles, correct?
No. So he had what he had was a. Excuse me, I must have misspoke. He has or the gun you picked up was a Mach 10. So it is under submachine guns.
Okay.
Yes, it is. It has a sound suppressor on it. Or originally it does. This one does not.
Okay.
So Capjack saw the guy going to take a shot. He takes the shot. Would he be able to, with his wired reflexes, just go up and stab the guy real quick?
That's going to be the next course of actions. The way that Shadowrun works for people with extra initiative passes is that we go through everyone who has at least one initiative pass, which everyone does. Then after that, we go everyone has 2, then everyone has 3, then everyone has 4. So
Okay.
Because if it did let you just burn all of them all right then, you just smoke people.
Yeah.
So
Okay. That falls under automatics, right?
Yes.
For that,
it does.
Okay. Okay, because all I have is just I've got no skill points in it, but I have a 6 because of my attributes and stuff.
Nice. Yeah, you can roll that. And yeah, you can. Are you firing at a full automatic?
Yes, I am.
Okay. That would be an additional 3 dice, actually.
Okay.
So you just roll those and add however many hits you got to that.
Okay. I had 6. I got 4 hits out of that one, and then 2 more hits.
Total of 6 hits. Yeah, you pull it around. What's the damage on a Mach 10?
You get to tell me that one. I don't have.
Okay, got it. I'll pull it up. That's fine. All right. Submachine gun.
1 second.
Mach 10 is 5 damage. All right. So yeah, you pull around, fire, and he's gonna roll his armor because he's a troll, and you know how that goes.
Sounds like I might have to get up and close personal with this guy.
Actually, he takes he doesn't actually deflect very much of it. You pull up fire into his chest. It hurts a bit, but he's still totally there.
Okay.
It hurt for sure though, and now we're gonna go to you guys' actual turn, basically. So the people who can act right now are Capjack, Knuckles, and Valkyrie.
Okay.
When I fired my pistol, that gun, did it actually empty the clip, or?
It did.
Okay. Well, I just drop it, reach in there, grab my knife, and throw another knife at him.
Right on. You do that as Capjack. What are you doing?
He's gonna charge him and just eviscerate the guy.
Okay. What are your rolls on that, please?
7 hits.
7 hits. Very nice. He's gonna try and avoid that. Not likely though. No. So what's the damage on that?
That is a 6p damage.
Whew. The knife flies and embeds itself right underneath his collarbone, and he's looking really rough. He looks like he can barely understand what's going on. All of a sudden he's just
Yep.
and
then 8 hits come at him like a truck.
Nope. I gave Capjack a spike to drive home.
Yeah, no. There's no way he avoids
that's a great idea, actually. So that knife basically appears in front of him, and he just goes the rest of the way.
Yeah, and you hear something in there all of a sudden goes, and he falls.
And he's continuing up the stairs to make sure there's no one else.
All right, you sprint up there. Roll visual perception, Capjack, please. And Knuckles, do you want to dig your knife out of there?
As I walk past him, I just yank it. I don't care how much of the body I rip apart. I just grab it as I run up behind Capjack.
All right, roll me strength, please. Capjack, you can fairly confidently confirm there's no one upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
And no one on the ground floor. And no one in the basement, because the only person down there was Willie. So you believe the building itself is clear.
Building's clear.
3.
Yeah, you yank it out. It's filthy, but it's complete. Nothing broke off or anything.
How's the outside?
Can I roll?
Yes, you can roll for that perception check to make sure that everything's clear.
Me?
Oh, sorry. What, Valkyr, what were you asking to roll about?
I'm picking off the last guy.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, there was one last guy. Yeah, do that. Sorry.
7 hits.
Jeez.
We're really good at what we do.
Yeah, so you fire at him and you hit him in like the top of the head and it just kind of slides in, like it makes a very small hole, and so he's leaning against a building. The two people talking to him don't realize he's dead.
Oh, this is Knuckles' first time seeing Capjack fight.
Yes, it was.
I mean, it's the first time most people have seen him fight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
true.
haven't seen you do anything. And then I'm gonna say outside's clear.
And this is the first time you guys realized I had knives on me, because then all I've ever brandished was my gun.
Noise. Are we clear completely?
Think so. Double checking.
With your previous check, you can confirm that at least within this set of 9 buildings and the immediate street next to them, no enemies are around.
I think the immediate area is clear.
All right, good, Valkyrie. Remain on Overwatch for a moment. Star, get inside. Let's grab
Right.
some beta meth, and then let's get the hell out of here.
Okay.
Okay, as I walk away from the body, I
Look,
slap
body.
a sticker on the back of the car.
Okay.
Like on the back window of the car.
A sticker?
Yeah, I have a signature that one of my boss.
Yeah.
So that's why I've been like going
that's
back
fucked
to
up.
places and painting shit and
I did not know that. Okay.
As Star opens the front door, you hear ha ha and dun, 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 as a submachine gun is fired in your vague direction. As Slice is sat there on the couch, the gun popped out of his robotic arm, fires several shots through the wall, and then
Jesus
falls
Christ.
back unconscious. So yeah, just as you opened the door in front of you, just 7 shots are fired.
Oh, Jesus Christ, what are you doing?
What the hell? Oh, okay, fine.
Yep.
So, Capjack's gonna loot the place for drugs.
Okay. As he's
What do you
looting,
roll for that?
Palming?
I mean, you know what? Realistically, collectively, all of you, please roll me edge. That's really,
Oh yeah, that would mostly be
'Cause-
a yeah.
yeah, it's mostly edge. Is
Ooh, 2 hits.
2 hits,
2 out of
very
3.
nice,
damn. I got 2 hits also.
very nice.
Oh, damn. 2 hits.
Woo!
What do we got, Star?
Give us 2. Give us 2. Give
I
us
mean,
2.
even
No
with
hit.
6, what's that?
No hit.
That's still fine. 6 is amazing. Well, and also the fact you have Willie helping you, because he wants to get out of here, and if that's what it costs to get out of here safely, he's totally willing to give that to you. So he reaches over to underneath the counter where he's cooking stuff and pulls out some drawers, and you see some plastic, basically 4 layers of Ziploc bags containing, and you have 4 of them. Each of them is 10 doses of beta meth.
Okay.
So 40 doses of
doses.
regular beta meth, and then 1 bag of 10 doses of experimental beta meth.
Gamma meth.
Yeah. Yeah, probably that's actually,
The what's it? The Ipecac.
yeah.
Ippasmack.
Ippasmack.
And do we have time to take my stuff? My
Oh,
lab?
hell yeah. We can do this.
I'm gonna check to see if no one's coming.
And so he runs over to a closet and pulls out like some plastic boxes, like moving boxes, and begins to load his stuff in there. Begins to he says, clear out the building. Get everyone
I-
out.
I put a hand on his shoulder. Don't take everything.
Well,
What? No, we're going to take everything you need. We take
I
with
can't
us.
take the stuff that's in the middle of cooking. So
No,
this
oh,
building
right. Get
is
this out
gone.
of here, right?
Get the people out of here. I don't want to kill customers.
Good call.
Also, if you want, put the bodies in here. They'll be gone.
Good call. Right.
I walk upstairs.
Everybody
and
get some bodies.
I just go upstairs and grab the 2-3 bodies by the front door, and
Yeah,
the one that
Valkyrie
I
can
killed-
guide Knuckles around to go get. You just walk up to the 3 people over far away. They're like, "Hi." Pick up the person. Oh, he's dead.
Do they give me any problems when I do that?
No, because as far as they know, you killed him with your mind because he wasn't dead last time they checked.
Okay.
He was just giving them the cold shoulder for some reason.
And as I get ready to walk away, I kind of go, and then I just carry the bodies back. And as they're loading up the boxes, I just start dropping them in the various points of the building.
Yeah, so
in the basement.
All in the basement.
yeah, in the basement. Yeah. So he loads up 3 plastic boxes full of his stuff. Everything that he'll be able to take. Some of it you can't move, but that's just gonna be lost. And then you see this metal bucket just full of smoking sludge. He just emptied everything into it because he needs to take the bottle, but he's not taking the liquid. And he says, "All right, we should leave now." And hands a
we
box
get-
to Capjack, a box to Knuckles, and picks up one. Let's go.
Okay. And as everybody's leaving and everything, I'm the last one to get out. And with the burners and stuff that were going, I made sure he didn't turn it off. That I just take my finger and go and let it fall over.
Yeah, and you see the sludge begin to, the surface of it catches fire and begins to bubble and blacken.
Yeah. So after I kind of thump it, let the Bunsen burner falls over to start catching on everything, I just start walking up at a very fast pace to be out of the building pretty fast.
Yeah, you get everyone out there. Slice is starting to come to his senses as he watches the building begin to smoke.
I just grab him by the scruff of his shirt or whatever and just kind of push him in front of me, guiding him.
Oh, was that one? So all of the rest of them were asleep and stuff, and I guess we just kind of carried them out.
Yeah. You
Except for the one person.
which one person?
The one
one
person that was
scared
hiding
person.
behind the
Yeah.
couch.
Yeah, that person
We're-
just left as soon as he realized that you guys aren't going to shoot him on sight.
Okay, good. I was hoping to see him and toss him some beta meth, but
Okay, no, he's gone.
yeah.
He scattered when Slice began to fire rounds.
I mean that makes sense. So we pack all the stuff into the van, and
Do I
Kev's
see
be
anything?
like, "I gets this to the let's gets this to the Royal Guard. I'm going to take Willy with me on the bike."
Wait, what?
You didn't bring your bike, Jack.
Yeah, I did. Oh, he
Yeah,
did.
I did.
So wait, what are you?
Okay.
You're taking my stuff where?
Well, you have options where you can set up, but there's someone that's been waiting to meet you.
Oh, okay.
This is why I asked about the whole spirit thing. I'll explain to you on the way, but we should get out of here.
Okay. Yeah, we should. And so he gets on the
Meet
bike,
you all there.
and so everyone's headed to the Royal Guard, to the Buckingham. Okay.
Actually, question: would you like a safer place to set up?
I mean, yeah.
Everyone, here's the address to the club. Can you drop that stuff there? I'll let Click know.
Oh yeah, that okay.
Sure.
Sure.
Thank you.
So let's resolve Capjack's thing first. You arrive at the Buckingham, and the dwarf walks in with Capjack into the bar, or you go in back?
In back.
Okay. You see
At this point, I think he's kind of on in back privileges.
yeah. And in there you see Danny is he's got some kind of like convertible kind of muscle car, and is decaling the front of it, is drawing like these black flame spikes along the hood of it, that contrast with its bright red paint job.
Oi, Danny.
Hi.
I think I have a friend of yours here. Billy, meet Danny.
Hi there. And Danny looks at him. I'm sorry. I don't think I know you.
Yet. It had to do with the bad smelling place. You had the premonition.
I don't understand.
He's gonna look around very quickly for Queen Anne.
You see her over
Hoping
there,
that
and
he
she's
didn't just really fuck up.
she's definitely listening, and she just gives you like the like.
Okay. I don't know how this works.
We just took that
Yeah,
house
it
under
was-
the wrong premonition.
Oops. Yeah, I was talking with your mother. She mentioned that you see things sometimes.
Yeah.
Following what we heard, this is who we found.
Not him.
Villy, when I mentioned spirits, something bothered you. Why was that?
I've been looking into them recently because I've had some kind of spooky stuff happen in the lab recently.
He's just like, well, Danny here is an expert in spirits.
And all of a sudden, like he can't find the words, but Danny is like, you know, my friend, where is he?
That's what he meant. The spirit.
Wh-
Makes more sense now.
Where? And Willie's he would be, I guess, with my stuff. Because he's moved with.
No!
Hold on, and he's gonna get back on the comm link.
Did
We
we
need to
reach
bring
it
that
there?
stuff back to the. Yeah, bring it here to the bar. Sorry.
Did we reach the place first?
No,
before
You're in
it
transit. You're in transit.
called? Okay. I guess we're turning around then.
Yeah, we just turn around.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
ask Capjack, is there something we should be worried about?
Hey, Danny, is there nothing wrong with the spirit? It's not going to be upset, right? Okay, get here quickly.
Capjack.
Hey, while we're at it, Knuckles, Star, Valkyrie, please roll perception scent.
Okay.
Sorry, team.
2.
2. That's good.
Glitch.
Glitch. So no hits.
No hits.
So that's a critical glitch from Knuckles. Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Star, what do you
The
got?
one with the smell bonus.
Yeah.
Yep.
4 dice and I get 3 ones and a 2.
Oh boy.
Oh, wow.
I critical glitched as well.
Oh my god.
I rolled 2 1s and a 4.
No!
You know what?
Hey, you know
Can I
what?
spend my
It's
extra
really
love
good.
this. I love this.
It's really good. This is a self-driving car.
Yeah, because that worked out for me last time.
Hey, why don't you all roll your body?
Oh no.
Whoops.
As-
0.
0 hits.
0 hit.
Knuckles, I know you have to get
Body's
something.
4, not 2. Never mind. Hold on.
Oh my god, really?
0 hits from Knuckles.
I got I thought I had 2. I thought I had 2 body. I actually have 4.
All right,
So
well,
I got 1 hit.
1 hit. Okay, well, yeah. So, all right.
It's still nothing.
So recap: we get a 1 from Valkyrie, 0 from Star, and 0 from Knuckles the Troll.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to get anything when you got straight 2s and a 3.
Yeah, no,
on
that's
5 dice.
yeah. You all are like, okay, so we know where we're going now. Everything's
Something's up. And we
actually
don't
no.
know.
Hang on. Capjack, please roll me edge.
Okay. Let's see. 2 hits.
Okay. We're going to redo that phone call
Okay.
because Knuckles and Star have both slumped over.
Oh.
And Valkyrie, for some reason, is not particularly bothered by this. Like, this is not alarming. This is not alarming. It's okay. It's fine that we're getting sleepy. Oh, Capjack is calling.
Alright.
Go.
Hey.
Oi,
What's
Valkyrie.
up?
Valkyrie?
Yeah?
Okay. You need to bring all that stuff actually over to the garage here. The
Why?
dining is. Because there's a spirit in it, probably?
Valkyrie, please roll body again.
No hits.
Valkyrie's gone. Capjack, yeah, like Capjack, you hear the thud of the phone hitting the floor of the van.
Hello? He's gonna try Knuckles and Star.
No response.
Flatliner.
Danny, I'm going to need you to come with me. Like, right now. I think my friend's on trouble.
Okay.
This took a sudden turn.
Mama, can V, like, I think my friend's in trouble. Can I take Danny? Do you want to come? I mean, like, now?
Yeah, here. And she reaches over, grabs okay. Grabs Capjack by the shoulder and gently guides Danny over to around the back where that armored pickup truck is, and has you both get in the back, and whistles at someone to take the driver's seat, and she jumps in back with you.
Okay.
Where are we going?
Here's where we're going, and he's going to give the address to his club.
Okay. What's going
and
on?
he's going to call.
Hi there.
Click. There might be a van outside very shortly. Don't open the doors. Don't go anywhere outside near it. Keep people away from it.
Oh, okay.
Magic stuff. Don't entirely know what's going on. It's not great.
Yeah, mumbo jumbo. I don't want to touch that.
Exactly.
All right. And Queen Anne interrupts your call. Like what's going on?
My friends were transporting Villy's equipment to my club, and they sounded very strange, and then it went dead.
Okay.
This is after Danny mentioned something about spirits.
Got it. All right. Danny, keep everyone calm. Okay? And as you guys begin to pull up near the club, she sees the van, and Queen Anne puts her hands together, takes in a breath. And you see a bit of kind of a blue shimmer across her skin for just a second, then it disappears. And she jumps out of the truck before it stops and hits the ground, running, runs over and wrenches the back door of it open. And you see a thick, bright yellow smoke pour out of the van.
Oh, shit.
And Danny sits down and begins to say, "No, it's okay. Calm down. It's okay. Calm down. It's okay. Calm down." And the smoke begins to spread out. It seems to not just emanate from the van, but just kind of seems to begin to be everywhere, kind of like a fog. And it seems to remain kind of lower to the ground. So in the truck, you're mostly out of it, but you can smell it. You can smell the smell of a meth lab.
He's gonna put his gas mask on.
Yeah, that's smart. And Queen Anne jumps into the van, dragging Star and Valkyrie out and tossing them onto the top of the van so that they're out of the smoke, and then pulls Knuckles out, and seeing that he's a bit tougher of a person, gives him a open palm slam on the chest. Knuckles, you take 2 points of physical damage, but you are woken up instantly. And you see that Queen Anne, the female biker orc, has pulled you out of the van. There's yellow smoke everywhere. And Danny has gotten out of this armored pickup truck now and is moving towards the van. You see that the smoke will not touch him. There's a space, a bubble of clear air around him. And he moves into the van and begins to talk and speak with something in there, and it begins to calm down. And
I guess Capjack would be jumping out and running to do first aid stuff.
Okay. Are the other two out of the truck yet?
they are out of the van, and Queen Anne brings them down, so they're on the street or sidewalk. And Capjack, yeah, please roll first aid.
One hit.
It looks like there shouldn't be any permanent damage. They just need to clear things out of their system. And you can see the yellow smoke coming out and their breath being clearer every time.
Oh, okay.
And that is that job. Well, that's what we're going to call it, because I've run this way too late. I was not paying attention. I'm very sorry. So yeah, we're going out. All right. Why don't you guys sign out who you are and where we can find more stuff that you guys are involved with? Let's start with Capjack.
Hey everybody, I'm Capjack, or at Captain J Cross on Twitter, and you can find me all over the place here on Welcome to the Party. The second, fourth, and fifth Tuesdays of the month, I play Lucian, the Tiefling Warlock, over on the Mimic Nights run by Shogun. And then alternating Thursdays here, of course, I'm on Shadowrun. And the opposite week, I play the Poke Taker in our Pokemon 5th edition game, where we like to kick Pokemon and take names. And then on Friday nights, I'm in our Dragon Dark Days campaign playing Galen Winterfell, the Half-Elf Warlock. So yeah, come by, see us all over the place. And if you like what you saw, come and chat with us on the Discord. The link is down below, and I'm going to put it in the chat right now.
And Silverstorm.
Alright, I'm mostly just a player here. This is the only game involved in during the week. I have a webcomic that is based in the Shadowrun universe. That's pretty much all that I do.
And Nerdy.
Hey, I'm Nerdy Teddy Bear. I'm player here right now at Welcome to the Party. I play Wednesdays when we do the leverage, and we get to con people by creating fake TV shows and all kinds of other fun stuff. I'm also here Thursdays for Shadowrun and for Pokemon that is all I got. Right now. So, and follow me on Twitter at Nerdy Teddy.
And Monk.
All right, guys. Follow me on Twitter at monk2774. I play every other Thursday whenever we're playing here on the Shadowrun. Also, I'm working with some stuff on Soul Bear RPG for a future Vampires the Masquerade game that should start later this year or the first of next year. Don't know the exact deadline, but it's going to be part of a 3-part series sponsored by Welcome to the Party and Soul Bear RPG. So keep an eye on that there. And then we'll be working with Thread Raiders to possibly be launching a GURPS style game with a modern day horror style.
Nice. Sweet. And I am Shogun. I run this game every other Thursday, kind of. The schedule gets a little weird, but mostly every other Thursday. I run Mimic Nights every other Tuesday. And I play in the Pokemon game that is on the Thursdays when Shadowrun is not on. And I also might be involved in some future Welcome to the Party, Vampire the Masquerade stuff. So, very excited about that. And we're going to be raiding the Thursday nights, because I looked in there, that was the first thing I recognized, other than roll for it, or a critical role, and I don't think they need our raid. I don't think they're desperate for it, so we're going to go raid Thursday nights. Bye, everybody. Thank you very much for watching.
All right,
Thank
guys.
you. Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
So, all right. Is that it?
Yeah.
We all fair?
Yeah,
All
sorry
right, I'm out
about
of here,
that.
guys.
I actually got to roll too. So
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.